in politics.
Tim Picton was not only very effective as a political operator, as a human being, he was remarkable. He was full of joy. He loved.
Voters in black still don't have a Liberal candidate yet, despite the state election on March 21. It was held for several terms by disgraced former leader David Speers. Political commentator Clem McIntyre says Labor took control of the seat 14 months ago.
Labor won that seat at a by-election when David resigned from the parliament, and all the current polling in the state suggests that the Malinauskas government is even stronger now than it was at the last election.
The fashion world is mourning Valentino. The Italian designer has died at the age of 93. He dressed the biggest stars in the world, from Elizabeth Taylor and to Cate Blanchett and Gwyneth Paltrow. Now turning to FIVEAA sport. Aussie Taylor Preston has claimed her maiden win at a Grand Slam. After moving into the second round of the Australian Open with a 3-set win, the 20-year-old wildcard says all of the hard work has paid off.
Yeah, I'm just really happy to get the win today, my first Grand Slam win, and yeah, it means a lot. I put a lot of hard work in, so yeah, it's really nice.
Meantime, fellow Aussie Maya Joint has been eliminated, and defending women's champion Madison Keys has advanced to the second round of the AO. The Valentine's Day State of Origin match between Western Australia and Victoria next month in Perth has officially sold out today. And overseas in the NBA, Aussie Dyson Daniels has scored 17 points for the Hawks in their loss to the Bucks, 112-110 the final score. In the NFL, the Buffalo Bills have sacked coach Sean McDermott after their playoffs loss to the Denver Broncos. This comes despite reaching playoffs in 8 of the past 9 seasons. That's all in sport. Now checking FIVEAA traffic.
Afternoon, got a nasty smash at Regency Park at the moment. She's on South Road near Tominga Street. Really big delays inbound. Another smash at Mawson Lakes to look out for. Elder Smith Road near the Salisbury Highway. And day 4 of the Tour Down Under. A lot of activity in town today around East Terrace, Wakefield Road and Victoria Park. Camera Harris Road, Vale Park. We've all been there. Tuesday traffic, tummies rumbling, and you totally forgot to defrost the chicken. If your weeknights feel more chaotic than calm, it's time to take back dinner time with HelloFresh. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on FIVEAA.
Now the FIVEAA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotaMaterialHandling.com.au.
Clear and down to 17 overnight, mostly sunny and a top of 27 tomorrow. Thursday sunny and also 27. Friday sunny and 35. Saturday mostly sunny and heating up to a scorching 41 degrees. Right now it's 31 degrees on FIVEAA. Now let's see what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Brenton Rackless. Tonight, another suburban shooting in Adelaide, the third in just 5 days. Beaches shut down across Sydney following a 4th shark attack. The Beckham's family feud. Brooklyn takes aim at his parents. Tour Down Under fever in the city. And the latest on Crow star Dan Curtin's dislocated knee. 9 News. Your news. 9th at 6 on 9 and on 9 now.
In Adelaide and across South Australia, this is FIVEAA. Always Adelaide. Adelaide's only local sports show, the FIVEAA Sports Show.
5 after 4 coming up. Dr. Peter Larkins diagnosing AFL's pre-season injury epidemic. The Tour Down Under hits the city streets of Adelaide tonight. And are our bulletproof 36ers vulnerable? We'll ask Coach Mike Wells. Join in now.
Rowey and Timmy G. The FIVEAA Sports Show.
Yes, it certainly is. And this Tuesday, it's chock-a-block with sport. We love Tuesdays on this show, and we want you to contribute. 8223 Get on that unique home-style food text and let us know what your thoughts are. Australian Open continues on. We've got the Tour Down Under, the prologue starting tonight. We'll give you a little bit of an insight into that and what roads not to take. And also BBL final start tonight. Scorchers versus Sixers. Are you into it? We're going to find out a little bit about that and looking for your biggest sporting mistake that you've either made or seen as I welcome Stephen Rowe to the show. Stephen, don't you love Tuesdays, mate? This is it.
Don't. Just be. It is a nothing day. If anyone can prove that Tuesday's a good day, 82230000. Friday's great because it's on the weekend. Thursday, you're the night before. Monday, you've had the weekend, you're still hungover. Tuesday's nothing. Wednesday's hump day.
Tell me this. In Australia, what other day stops a nation than Tuesday?
That's good, Timmy. Well, okay, 1 out of 52. you like those odds?
They're not bad odds. They're not bad odds.
52.
Oh, look,
but
welcome.
Good comeback.
Welcome. It's day 3 of the Australian Open. 6 of the 9 Aussies went through. Alexei Poprin, big game last night. He went down in 5 sets. The last 2 were tie breaks. Here he is post-game.
Yeah, disappointment. Yeah, obviously not happy. Felt like I was in control nearly all the match. Couldn't close it out. That's about it.
That's about it. Look,
what is it with Alex?
He's got a massive serve. He's got 40 aces.
40 aces.
Which is just phenomenal, right?
That's 43 points.
Yep. It's a weapon that I reckon our Alex de Minaur would love. He would love that weapon because
imagine if he had that serve.
He's got the speed and he works so hard. But if he had that weapon, I reckon he would be top 3, no dramas.
Oh,
so
I like this kid. I got high hopes for him.
And when you said that in the sports room, I quickly looked him up. He's 26 years of age.
I didn't think he was that old.
I didn't think he was that old either. I was thinking 21.
So he's been around for a while.
He's been around a while. So
okay,
I think
get it together, son.
He's got to start learning those lessons and just be more consistent in your general play rather than just relying on that serve.
When he was just a weapon. When he was a little whippersnapper, the Cales and all them would talk about him, and we thought he was going to be our next Grand Slam champ because you can't count Kyrgios because he's a loser. But this bloke I thought would jump right over top of him.
Well, there you go. It's not too late. It's never too late. So we wish him well in the future.
Come on, Alexei.
That's it there. Our top-seeded woman. Now, have you heard of Maya Joint?
No. My joint.
Now, not your joint, but this is Maya joint.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
My joint's just up the road.
She's ranked 30. She's only 19 years of age.
Did not know this.
She went down 6'4", 6'4". But what I sort of really admired about this young lady is that she's making some real headway here at 19 years of age. And I think it's probably our most exciting prospect almost since Ash Barty.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How come women mature real young as tennis players?
Yeah, it's true.
Like a lot of them have won at 16, 17, 18, 19. The champions keep going like Steffi Graf.
You talk about even back to Tracy Austin days when she was about 15 or something. Yeah, that's a good point. They do come in early. But we have had young winners. I mean, Becker was 17 when he won Wimbledon, so he was young. But, yeah, you're right. I think
all the girls mature quicker. They say that.
Here she is, young Maya, on her loss.
Honestly, the seeding didn't really feel anything different than to a normal tournament. I wanted to do really well here. I thought I had a good chance. So it's definitely a bit disappointing after today, but I'll just try and get back at it next week.
She went to college in America, I think.
Wow.
That was a bit of... She sounded a bit like Donald Trump's granddaughter.
She's got to watch She's
American.
got to watch a lot more episodes of Bluey. She's got to get her accent back.
I've just started watching that with Rory. That's not bad, Bluey.
Bluey's a great show.
All around the world, that cartoon.
It's an awesome show.
Isn't it?
And it's just real good family value stuff.
It is.
But
I like it.
Brilliant with the accents and how the dad plays this and band it.
I love it.
I love that show. Yeah. Love Bluey.
Well, then
can't
we've
go
got something
wrong.
in common other than Tuesdays.
Well, tonight will be good watching Sinners on the court. Naomi Osaka plays as well. And tomorrow, the Special Ks go out there. I'll ask you a bit about that a bit later on.
Is he playing? I didn't think he was playing.
That. Nick Kyrgios, yes, correct. And Thanasi Kokkinakis are playing doubles.
So he can play doubles but can't play singles?
No, that's correct.
So he can...
Don't go down that path. That caused a bit of a stink last week, apparently.
Did it?
Campo went, viral.
Our own Scott Cambriale went
good.
viral.
Campo, good.
Talking footy, Will Day is injured again. And this is a bit sad. I think he's one of the guys that in the comp that you actually like watching play.
can play.
Regardless of, where he's playing, what team, you sort of go, I want to watch this lad. He can play and he's exciting to watch.
6'3" midfielder that can run like the wind.
He is a South Australian, as we know, but Hawthorn midfielder Will Day underwent successful surgery on his right shoulder on Monday night following an incident during training on Thursday. Now, we got Doc Peter Larkins on a bit later on just to talk about some of these injuries in the pre-season, and hopefully we get an update in the not too distant future on Dan Curtin where that is at with his dislocated kneecap. But we'll see where that's at. But I'm just interested if it was your club trying to get Will Day back, does this temper it all?
No.
And I'm glad you said that.
History's littered. I go back to my era. Sean Wellman could not get his body right with us, and we ended up moving him on. He was part of the deal to get Darren Jarman back, so it's great. He went on to play 200 games. Yeah. We thought he was made of plasticine and ended up with a magnificent career premiership at Essendon. This lad's only 25 in June. His best 8 years of footy are probably ahead of him.
Yep.
I know he's only played 76 games in those 6 seasons, but they don't fall off trees, 6'3" midfielders that can run like the wind. He's won a BNF already, but he's had a fractured ankle, a foot fracture. He's had shoulder recons. He's been unlucky.
Yeah. But I'm glad you said what you said, because if it was my club and they said, we're going to have a crack at Will Day, I'd be going, yep.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. So, let's hope he does recover well and just has no more of these sort of incidents happen to him. So, just a bit unlucky with the old injury stick for old Will Day. The TDU, we spoke about it. The prologue starts tonight, 6 to 8:30. Now, there are road closures. You can check them out online, but Wakefield Street obviously affected. That's closed down now. All the streets like Pulteney and Frome, as you go through to Vic Park, basically, will be affected. But they do a time trial tonight. So it's only the second time I think they've ever done. We've got Dave McKenzie coming on to explain a bit more about it at 4:30, but it's just perfect weather for it too. This is just going to be an awesome week.
Is it going to be 41 on Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh, the TDU must be on.
Yeah.
You can nearly dial it in.
And the poor buggers, they come here, they're probably thinking, let's have a week of 27s, but
Nope.
It just automatically goes up, the temperature. So
41 on Saturday.
They are tough. The women finished, we'll speak about that too. Naomi Ruga won that. And I think there's an event at Tanunda tomorrow, the first stage.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
And the women are involved for the first time with that?
So it's a one-day event where both the men will race in the morning for their first stage of the tour, and then the women will have a one-day exhibition race, if you like, to wind down after theirs finished yesterday.
Yeah, that'll be great at Tanunda. What a beautiful place.
Get up there. Tanunda.
Get some Rusden down your tonsils.
Here's one for you. BBL finals tonight. Scorchers play Sixers. Now, this is like the second semi in Aussie rules. Whoever wins goes straight in the granny, right? And then they'll play the winner of the other game.
Yep.
But I'm thinking to myself, did you know it was on?
No.
Are you going to watch it?
No. I checked out. Well, the tennis is on.
Well, the tennis is on.
I cannot get Jodie's eyes off the tennis, and we've only got one telly, so I've got to sit there and watch her crap.
But I was once upon a time saying the summer used to be dominated by cricket. And I'm saying back in the days where you played, say, England, and then you'd go into a tri-series in January.
Another team would come like the West Indies.
Or New Zealand or whatever, and you'd play a tri-series against them. And you were glued to that.
Oh, you were.
And I think the tennis sort of had to battle its way to find some gaps in amongst
now
the
no one
days.
competes against the tennis.
And that's an interesting change for me, because if that was Australia playing in a T20 final or one-day final, you'd probably be watching it.
I reckon I would.
And I think that's the challenge for the BBL is, now that we've got franchises, how do we get everybody involved or still keen on the final series, even though your team's not in?
Yeah.
That's a challenge, I think.
That is a massive challenge.
One we'll talk to Cricket Australia about. There you go. Hey, we opened up and said about sporting mistakes. And what brought it to my attention was we had a meeting with the boss, and, we normally go in and sit in our chairs. Now, Justin, our normal producer, has gone on to another role.
Wish him well.
Wish him well into that, and in government.
Media advisor.
So we got Blake. Now, Blake's been with FIVEAA for 4 years. He's a terrific fella.
He's a stalwart.
Probably one of the most enthusiastic lads I've ever met in my life.
Can sing.
He danced as well. Danced into the meeting.
Yeah.
Went straight to a chair, and Sam and I were sitting there. You were getting your lunch, and I looked at where he went, and I went, I'm just going to let this go. And he spotted it, and then you've walked in.
S-Rose walked in, and what did he say?
You said, "Get out, that's my chair."
That's my chair. Well, it's not because of hierarchy.
No,
or you're
it's not.
better than her, and you know that I've got to sit close to the boss because I'm the one that cops the most.
No,
and I thought, well, there's no good talking over your
but
three
you've got
shoulders.
to have your good ear on that
and
side
and
as
it's
well.
all about that. It's
Yeah.
how I sit because I'm
Correct.
deaf in one ear. And
poor Blake didn't know
poor
that.
Blake, kitty mistake, son.
He
I
was-
said kitty mistake.
Tail between the legs,
Yeah,
sent
off you
packing
go.
to the far chair.
Far chair.
Where he belongs in his
Yeah.
pecking order. But I loved it because it was a mistake, and mistakes
A
make.
sporting mistake.
Sporting mistake that's happened, and there's several coming up. And I told Sam this one off air. Greg Anderson told me a great story. He played his first state game. It's versus Victoria at Football Park. It's 1984. He's only 18, and he's gone to the game, and he's forgot to pack his mouth guard.
Oh, that would just. Oh
and,
no!
And I remember saying to him, I said, "Are you serious?" Like against Victoria in the 80s. I said, "Are you serious?" He said, "Mate," he said, "I was that nervous." And then about the game, he said, "Then I've gone out there, and Doug Hawkins has come to stand him, and Doug's
they're on the wing,
and Doug's got no teeth." Yeah. He's got no teeth because they've all been knocked out. And he's looked at Ando and realised he's a young, he was a strapping 400-metre runner, like, with the long blonde hair and everything.
God, he could play.
And he reckons that Doug Hawkins looked at him and he said, "You think you've got a really nice smile, don't you?"
Oh, no.
And he said, "You'll have no smile by the time I'm finished with you." And that was before a ball was bounced. And Ando just said it just put him off because he forgot the mouth guard.
Oh, God.
Big mistake, rookie mistake.
But couldn't Mum or Dad just quickly whiz home? Because he lived at...
He did. He lived at West Lakes, I know. But see, no mobiles back in 1984, my friend.
No.
So, I don't think Neil Curley was saying pop on home. So.
Tell us the Brian Lara kitty mistake.
Oh, we've got
like
that one coming up. We've got that one coming up, but we'll go to the phones, 8223 0000.
Do you want mine?
Yeah, sporting mistake.
Biggest sporting mistake you've ever seen? Well, mine is simple. Mine is Nick Kyrgios. He is a total waste of time, talent, air and space. He is a complete mistake. He is my sporting mistake, period. A person. Not a moment, not a thing, a person. He is a mistake.
Wow.
Have a listen to this.
You're flying on the spot. How's that possible? How's that possible? The fourth round of Miami, the biggest tournaments, and you guys just can't do your job. It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. Get a new set of referees. These guys don't know how to do shit. It's a job.
Now, that's one of many. We had to search, not very hard, and we had to get it down to a top 10, then a top 3, then a top 2 and a 1. It's not even in the top 10. Cop $47,000 fine there. But he is my biggest sporting mistake.
All right, give us yours.
He's just a mistake.
Yeah. Mine was Greg Anderson forgetting his mouth guard.
Yeah, that's a step up.
That is a step up. Give us a call, 8223 0000.
Jimbo says the invention of T20 cricket.
Ooh.
That's one on the text. Thank you, Jimbo. Get your calls in, 8223 0000 is the number. Mike Wells from the 36ers very soon. Dr. Peter Larkins. We'll talk TDU with Dave McKenzie, commentator, and Giants pitcher Todd Van Steensel. We're into yet another championship series in the ABL. It's 19 minutes after 4.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show. 5AA is celebrating local businesses across Adelaide, like Saviour Financial Services. Their reverse mortgage plan releases cash from your home when you need it. Learn more at Saviour Financial Services. 5AA, supporting local, celebrating SA.
This summer, you can enjoy 50% cash back, up to $50 from your coastal dining or seafood purchases in the Dining Cashback program. The next draw closes the 31st of January with 60,000 dining cashbacks to be won each month. Make the most of the Dining Cashback program now. For entry and full T's and C's, visit southaustralia.com/dining cashback. Limitations apply. Licence numbers T25/2027 and T25/2026.
A Piermount Hotel is your place to raise a glass, enjoy a great meal and settle in. Download Piermount's First Draft loyalty app to unlock perks, rewards, cheeky offers and member benefits across all 7 Piermount hotels, including the Albion. Plus, your first draft is on us. Enjoy a $10 bonus just for signing up. One app, endless rewards for locals who love their local. Visit piermount.com.au to explore our hotels and download First Draft today.
Aussie kids are active kids, creative kids, sporty kids, Are you a Weet-Bix kid?
Shopping for student devices? See the experts at Harvey Norman for hot deals on laptops, tablets, headphones, mobiles and more. Get an amazing deal on Acer Aspire 14 AI Copilot Plus PC, now $798. Save $210 on Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 2-in-1 laptop, now $888. And HP 14-inch laptop with huge 24GB RAM, now $998. Best brands, best range. There's more in store and online, now at Harvey Norman. Experts in student devices.
At Coles, summer starts with half-price sunscreen and tanning products category-wide. Save big on brands like Nivea, Banana Boat, Barley Body, Bondi Sands and Cancer Council. In-store or online at Coles. Excludes everyday and clearance items. Follow the directions for use. Offer ends Tuesday.
Left the bins out a day late? Yeah, it'll smell, but there's always next week. Missed your rego renewal. It happens, but hey, get onto it. Forgot Mum's birthday? That's dangerous. But leaving your pool to go green? That's not on. Fix it now at Pool Supermarket O'Halloran Hill, the mega store with every part, pump, chemical and toy you could need. The biggest range in Adelaide, plus free water testing. poolsupermarket.com.au. Don't leave it too late.
Get saving now with City Discount Tyres. We're offering great deals on the world's top brands in tyres, wheels, suspension and parts. Suitable for four-wheel drives, SUVs and passenger cars, including Falcon, Michelin, Pirelli, Kumho, Hankook and many more. Finance options available. Search citydiscounttyres.com.au and locate your nearest dealer today. City Discount Tyres. We're driven by value.
The FIVEAA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
At 23 after 4 on this Tuesday, we're talking sporting mistakes. 8223 0000 is our number. Lots of great texts coming through here. Mark from Para Hills. My biggest mistake, forgetting my box for an indoor cricket game. Yep,
got
fair
one right
square in the plums. Yeah, I can feel that one from here. 23 after 4. Let's check your traffic.
Fairwood's in a breakdown, Port Road near James Cogden Drive. Big delays still with Regency Park crash, South Road near Temmingus Street. Those delays are inbound. And a Carvey truck getting sorted at Andrews Farm, Davern Road near Lakeside Drive. Camera, Gorge Road, Athelston. Australia's biggest Keno jackpot is yours for the taking with $40 million on the line every 3 minutes. Your dream win could be just one play away. Download the Keno Go app today. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Oh, comedians with sporting mistakes. I said Nick Kyrgios, just period, full stop. Someone's just said 5AA re-signing Rowey.
Well,
that's not
No,
fair.
Maria said 5AA hiring Rowey 27 years ago.
well, it was actually 29, you clown.
Oh, you get it right.
Hello,
Exactly.
Ralph.
G'day, how you going, guys?
Hey, Ralph.
Ralphie.
I reckon the McGarry medal count, I don't know what year it was,
Oh,
but I think it
yes.
was Max Bash year. And I announced the winner of the McGarry medal is, and someone said, hang on, there's another whole round to go.
Yeah, Ralph,
Yes.
Ralph, I can tell you, I think...
Was that 89?
It was 1983.
Okay.
And he's announcing that Tony Atropos has won, and then this guy from Channel 10, I think it was, raced over the top and said, no, there's another 20 votes to go. And, of course, Max had the votes, and Max went, no, there's not. And, of course, the whole room was like, oh,
no.
geez. Poor old Ant was like, do I sit back down? What do I do? And all the rest. Anyway, they had this quick little discussion, and then Max comes back and says, I can now officially declare the winner of the 1983 McGarry medal, Tony Atropos. Yeah.
So the 10 blokes stuffed it.
That's a good one, Ralph.
I
Well
don't reckon
done.
Channel 10 ever did it again after that. Well done, Ralph. Hello, Yuri.
G'day, boys. Welcome back.
Yuri.
Thanks, buddy.
This is the biggest clanger a soccer referee could ever do in his life. Many years ago, refereeing for Federation, I was in the Cup semi-final, the amateurs, and if you know, to be onside, you have to have two plays between you and the goal, the goalkeeper and a player, and the guy went through, he got the ball, I could see there's only the goalie, so he's offside. I blew the whistle, put my hand up, and play totally stopped, and I freaking hell, there was a defender on the goal line. The guy was onside. He would have scored the goal, and they would have won the cup final. He was the biggest clanger of my life. I can't remember what happened after that. And they actually lost that semi-final too when they would have won.
Oh, Yuri. Geez, that's a horror story, mate.
Yep.
And it's still hurting. I can hear him. It's still hurting. Wow.
Ouch.
That
Thanks,
hurts,
Yuri.
that one. Oh, let's go to Albert. G'day, Dave.
G'day, fellas. Stephen, Tuesdays are all right, mate. They're as far away as you can get from a Monday as possible.
That's a great call.
That's a good call.
That is a good call.
Quick one. I'll watch. Don't normally watch the BBL, but I'm going to be sitting in the lounge room waving my arms around tonight. I'm only 3,000 k's from Stephen Smith. I might upset him moving around.
That's funny.
Now, my sporting mistake, captaining a hard wicket side, the game's over. It's a dead second innings, so I think we got rolled on the first innings. They put us back in, trying to knock us over and get the outright. I'm out there, I'm 40-something. I've gone, said to the other skipper, look, we're just about done, aren't we, mate? You're not going to roll us. He went, no, you're right, I agree. Not thinking that the 18-year-old lad at the other end who'd never scored 100s on 92, and I've declared on him.
Oh, Dave, are you serious?
Dave,
are you
didn't even
serious?
think about it. So shout out to Benny Macker if you're listening, Benny. And I'm glad you got one in the end, mate. I'm glad you got that 100 one day.
You are kidding. He still talks to you.
Named him.
He probably won't now.
Well done, Dave. A lot of texts coming in. Keep the calls, 8223 300 biggest sporting mistake you've ever seen. I like this one. Who did Steve Waugh say this to? You just dropped the World Cup. Now, that was Herschel Gibbs.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, that was a mistake.
That's a mistake.
And I think Maria might have popped one through a bit earlier about the infamous Dean Jones, Curtly Ambrose. Take the white wristbands off. that was a mistake. Oh, dear. Don't do that.
He had a bit of chin music for the next 6 overs.
Get your calls coming. $50 powers voucher up for grabs. Sporting mistakes, 8223 0000.
The 5AA Sports Show. Rowey and Timmy G.
Joining us live in the 5AA Breakfast Studio. Premier, good morning to you.
Will Goodings.
Our first interview for the year.
David Penberthy.
What do you make of today's news poll? Almost half the country now doesn't support the Labor Party or the Coalition.
5AA Breakfast.
It's unbelievable. That's the truth of it.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
So you don't think it'll be replicated at the state level? That's those sorts of numbers in news poll? Well, I hope not.
Weekdays from 6 a.m.
We're seeing this globally at the moment.
On 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Hey, Jim. You should head home. It's getting late. I can finish up here.
Oh, no. That's quite all right, Sarah.
Really? I got this.
I can't leave you with all this.
Honestly, it's no dramas.
Please. I need to stay. I've really got to stay.
Are you okay, Jim?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Working late or avoiding home? Book a free 15-minute call with Resolve Divorce today.
Here at 5AA, we're all about supporting local. Here's who you can support around Adelaide. Chill out this summer with Barnacleville's seafood, chicken and chill meal with a bonus 750ml Jalista Gelato for only $35. RAA members get 10 cents off per litre at Caltex, saving you more at the pump. It's better to be an RAA member. T's and C's apply. 5AA, supporting local business.
If you're constipated and struggling to poo, here's some great news. Introducing Caruso's Constipation Ease. Caruso's Constipation Ease is a new herbal and fibre combination containing cascara, yellow dog, fennel and green banana powder. These help to relieve constipation by making it easier for you to poo. So if you're struggling to poo and would like to poo more, why not try Caruso's Constipation Ease? Caruso's Constipation Ease is available from leading pharmacies and health stores. Always read the label and follow the directions for use.
Breaking news. Chai latte and a chocolate donut is good for you. Maybe not when it comes to calories, but it is good for the soul. Cafe Hoppability in Fullerton is operated by Holistic Care SA and provides meaningful and rewarding jobs for keen workers who live with disability. And because you're doing a generous deed, you can grab a second donut guilt-free. Next lunch break, do something that's good for you and others. Cafe Hoppability Fullerton, just up from the roundabout.
Still thinking about a sea change? Think Oakford Homes in Counter Bay. New stage released and selling fast. A variety of block sizes available in a friendly community with brand new low maintenance homes plus the beach close by. Affordable packages, no surprises. Move in now or invest for the future. Fixed price turnkey packages, flat land ready to build. Don't miss out. New stage now released. Visit our display village at Encounter Bay. Oakford Homes, a statement of quality. oakfordhomes.com.au.
This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, Tamira Francis with the 4:30 news headlines. A man and a woman have been arrested over a double shooting at Huntfield Heights. Former PM Scott Morrison has been accused of ignoring a spike in anti-Semitism while in the office. New South Wales' ban on public protest has been extended for Sydney CBD and eastern suburbs. And in sport, the Tour Down Under will get underway tonight for the men with the prologue around the city starting at 6. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Afternoon, still seeing stonking delays today with a crash at Regency Park, South Road near Tominga Street. Day 4 of the Tour Down Under. A lot of activity in the city around East Terrace, Wakefield Road and Victoria Park. And we are slow for works at Flinders Park, Holbrooks Road near Grange Road. Camera, Harris Road, Vale Park. At Pet Barn, members always enjoy irresistible savings on a range so big. Shop in-store online at petbarn.com.au. Pets love Pet Barn. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast clear and down to 17 overnight, mostly sunny and a top of 27 tomorrow. Right now it's 31 degrees. We'll have more news for you at 5 on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
1989 against India, and I got into the dressing room and I put my bag in the corner where I sat for Trinidad and Tobago. My bag came flying out the dressing room. So I picked up the pieces and I walked up the steps, and where I put my bag is where Viv Richards sat. So I spent the first 5 days of my international career in the bathroom.
Great story from Brian Lawrence. 28-5. Sporting mistakes is what we're talking about tonight. 8223 0000. Give us a call.
Does this one count? Ralph Sewer's perm?
I think a lot of players might regret some of the hairdos that they had in their day. There's no doubt about that. I remember Jack Cale got a perm
did
in 88.
not.
Yeah, true story.
He would not.
It happened, I'm telling you.
He did not.
Now, we've got the TDU happening very soon, and we're going to
looking forward to that. Well, it all starts
very
tonight.
shortly, but we've got a caller on the line. Oh, Plimpton Park. G'day, Anthony. Happy New Year.
G'day. How are you? Happy New Year to yourself and to you, Stephen.
Good to see you, mate.
Thank you.
What's going on?
Not much. I've got a sporting mistake.
Beautiful. What is it?
Mine goes to the world of swimming. I think it was. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it was in the Sydney 2000 Olympics. The American swim team, the relay team, said they were going to smash the Aussies like guitars.
Yes, you're spot on, Anthony.
The Aussies beat them, and then they were all playing air guitars after.
Yep, that was a brilliant moment. That's a good one, Anthony.
That's a good one, Anthony. A good memory too, mate. You were spot on with the 2000 Olympics.
That 2000 Olympics, was that when Eric the Eel competed as well?
Yes, I believe that's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a mistake. Mate, you can't swim.
He nearly drowned on the second lap.
You cannot swim.
Didn't have a pool in their country.
Oh, but to be fair, I felt for him because he was better than me. I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you another bloke who was better than me at cycling, an absolute champ of the game, is David McKenzie. He's our track commentator for the TDU. Dave, it's all happening, mate. We've got the prologue happening tonight.
We are. Good afternoon, guys. Great to join you. And I'm literally just about to make my way down to Victoria Park and looking forward to it. It's not often we have a really short, sharp prologue. Stewie O'Grady did it, I think, in his first year, and would you believe it rained pretty much the whole evening. I think it's only rained twice in the 26 editions. It's going to be great conditions tonight, so looking forward to it.
We were just saying that in the opener, just saying how good the weather is going to be leading up. We got a nasty one on Saturday, unfortunately. 41. But we're always guaranteed at least 140. But like you said, only the second time we've had the time trial. Just for those that don't know, it's starting at the Village, basically, in Vic Square, and we're heading out to sort of Vic Park. And it's does it loop all the way back or just stops out there?
No, it stops at Vic Park, so it's 3.6 kilometres. It's quite common to have these at the start of a one-week stage race, if you like, Tour Down Under, of course. And it's a little teaser, if you like. The specialists, the time trial specialists, or the sprinters who are generally pretty good at these really, really short ones. You won't see the absolute sort of Tour de France time trial specialists per se win tonight, but you'll see someone in between. The gaps will be really close. Each rider goes off at 1 minute intervals, so it's rider against the clock. pretty simple. Quickest time wins the stage and gets the first Oakers leaders jersey.
Yeah, I love it. It's exciting and it'll be great viewing as well. As you said, perfect night. Okay, run us through the teams, some of the favourites and the real red-hot Aussies that could do well with this TDU. Dave?
Yeah. Look, it's great. It's a World Tour event, so it's the first World Tour event of the year. So it's a big deal. It's not just a race for show. It's serious business. So defending champ Jonathan Narvaez, the Ecuadorian for Team UAE, Team Emirates. That's the team of Tadej Pogacar, who is probably the greatest at the moment in world cycling. He's not here, but Narvaez is the defending champ. So I think he's back to defend, but he's also got Australian teammate Jay Vine, who's been brilliant, and he's very, very good in the time trials on that squad. And then we look to Team Jayco Alula, the only Australian World Tour team. Ben O'Connor, he tops that list there. He's won stages of the Tour de France. He's finished 4th overall, 2nd in the World Championships. And for Team Jayco Alula, this is probably the second most important race in the year for them. Tour de France is the biggest and the best, we know that. But for an Australian team and their backer, Jerry Ryan, who has backed this team since 2012, this is important. So for the Aussies, they really, or the Australians on that team, I should say, they really need to at least win a stage, and if not that, they need to win the overall. And then we've got a smattering of all the World Tour teams. So the biggest teams in the world that field riders from a number of different nationalities and nations, and it's oozing with talent. So, look, we're in for a real treat, not just tonight, but over the course of the weekend. Don't ask me who's going to win, because I think the beauty of that is I think you could throw a blanket over 50-odd riders who could get the job done.
That's great news. Of course, in the women, they just finished. Naomi Ruga, she's won again, which is sensational. But they get a little look into Tanunda tomorrow.
They do, yeah, it's great. And look, they come a long way out, and the women's Tour Down Under was only 3 stages. The organisers would love to grow it, but it's really tricky in the calendar. And so the women said, well, we're coming all this way out, we want another race. So it's really good. They get a one-day race. And, yeah, just to mention Naomi Ruga, she's a superstar, comes back, defends, and she's really humble and such a delight to interview. So, and it's the first year, actually, that we've had all of the women's World Tour teams as well. So it's really growing from strength, and the racing yesterday was, second to none.
I watched it, and I watched it last year as well. Going up that corkscrew, that doesn't seem to bother them. And then I love the unbelievable sprint to the end. After all of that effort, the race is still on right to the nth degree.
Oh, look, guys, the speeds they're doing these days, both the men and the women, is incredible. It really is. It's whether it's on the flat, up the climbs. I mean, I think going down the other side yesterday of the corkscrew, the women were topping 80+ kilometres an hour. It's almost scary the speeds they're doing. If you had have asked me this 10 years ago, would we expect these average speeds? Would we expect the speeds they go up the climbs? It was interesting. I was chatting to Amanda Spratt last night in the Tour Village, one of the greats of Australian cycling, and it's down to 2 things. It's down to the science of nutrition, and it's down to the R&D of equipment, bikes, clothing. Everything's aerodynamic, and it's just propelling them at faster speeds these days.
Yeah, and it's great to know and have some real confidence that the peloton's clean after the Lance Armstrong days. We won't go there, Dave. I know that's a sour taste with everyone. You're also an SBS commentator for the Tour de France. Did I read right? They're starting in Barcelona, in Baca?
Oh, how good is that? I'm already tasting the tapas bars. I'm already planning my first few days there.
Beautiful.
I'm not even thinking about the bike race, guys. I'm thinking about the tapas, the sangria.
Got his own tour happening.
Great city.
Absolutely. Look, yeah. Why do you think I'm in this job, guys?
Yeah, smart man.
Yeah, no, it is. It's fantastic. And look, generally, when the Tour de France take the race or the start of the race to another country, generally the first 3 stages are in that region. So the first 3 stages will be in and around the Barcelona region. So, yeah, we're pretty excited about that this year.
A couple of big mountains will sort them in from the boys' stage 20. What is it? The Col de Galibier? That's a hell of a mountain, that one.
Just tell you what, we've got to calm down. It's January. I haven't even looked at the course.
Okay, fair call.
There's 21. Guys, let's just focus on Tour Down Under.
We've got to go to Tanunda tomorrow.
Fair call,
exactly. We've got 6 great stages ahead of us. Come on, calm down.
Cool. I just made a sporting mistake. Right on my
Yeah, exactly. Actually, Dave, we've been talking about that, great sporting mistakes and the like. You got one that you can think of that you either made yourself or you saw made or
you've witnessed?
Yeah.
I've got a good one, actually. This is, pretty embarrassing. But actually, in the context of tonight's prologue, if you watch the tour or you watch, world cycling, you see in these palm trials, they go down a ramp, right?
Yes.
So they sit up on a little level, and then they slide down a ramp. I was doing a prologue of a tour in Asia many, many years ago. There was about 150 starters. It was pouring rain. I went to go down the ramp. I got out of the saddle. I made the mistake of getting out of the saddle. It was a stainless steel ramp, and I was the only guy to fall off as I went down the ramp.
Dave. That's a kiddie mistake, mate.
Gee, wouldn't have been embarrassing at all.
Rookie error, yeah. Terrible.
Did you lose a little bit of skin off your lemonade and sauce?
No, pretty good. I dropped my chain, though, so I spent the next 30 seconds trying to get my bike mobile. It was pretty bad. It was poor.
Great stuff, mate. I'm sure you won't make any mistakes tonight at the Tour Down Under and the big prologue, mate. It'll be sensational. Thanks for your time, David.
No worries. Pleasure, guys. Cheers.
Dave McKenzie, a great Aussie cyclist himself, but
his record's terrific.
Just sensational commentator.
Very
and I
good,
just love the way he handles everything that we do at the Tour Down Under. That's a great
Starts
story.
tonight.
It does. So if you are heading home and you have to go through the city, especially on the east end of the CBD, just be aware Wakefield Street is where they're heading towards Victoria Park, and the road closures. Wakefield's been closed all day. Pulteney Street will close at 5:30. So will Frome Road. So will Hutt Street. So will East Terrace. So those roads will not be accessible on your drive home.
Stay away from the east.
Absolutely. More of your calls straight after we check your traffic.
Still seeing really big delays of the crash at Regency Park South Road near Tominga Street, Blair Athol, Carvey Motorcycle, Main North Road near Collins Street, and day 4 of the Tour Down Under has all the action in the city, which is great. So look out for detours around East Terrace, Wakefield Road and Victoria Park. Slow South Road, Edwardstown with the Cameron Nelson Road, Ingle Farm. Shop back to school with the Athlete's Foot. Save up to 20% off selected school shoes when you pay in full with Afterpay. T's and C's apply. Australian credit licence 527911. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show. Shopping for student devices? See the experts at Harvey Norman for hot deals on laptops, tablets, headphones, mobiles and more. Get an amazing deal on Acer Aspire 14 AI Copilot Plus PC, now $798. Save $210 on Lenovo IdeaPad Flex 2-in-1 laptop, now $888. And HP 14-inch laptop with huge 24GB RAM, now $998. Best brands, best range. There's more in store and online. Now at Harvey Norman. Experts in student devices.
Go, Harvey, go. So you live on the gazillionth floor of an apartment building, and you were told no flies up here, mate. Guess what? They're wrong. Flies, mozzies, and even birds. How do you keep them out? How do you keep your pets in? Phantom Screens, that's how. Phantom Screens have retractable screen solutions for almost any situation. Single doors, sliding doors, stackers, you name it. Keep the creepy crawlies out and let the fresh air in. PhantomScreens.com.au. Phantom Screens. Now you see it. Now you don't.
Come on in.
We open our doors to people we trust and care about. And for over 90 years, South Australians have been opening their doors to Rest Haven. In turn, we've been opening doors to an easier, better life at home. From personal care to help with the shopping and social outings, you'll welcome the care that Rest Haven brings.
Ray White, big name in real estate, but also the biggest name in business broking. What makes us big? Our people, like Brett Buckley and his team. MBA, lecturer, and multi-time SA Business Broker of the Year. Brett doesn't just read a P&L, he feels it. If you're selling or expanding your business, Brett can take your business apart and find you more money. And we're not talking small change. Go on, touch base with Brett. Search Ray White Business Sales SA.
Hi, it's Jane Riley here. You've probably heard me talking about Fusion Clinical Trials.
Clinical research is vital for paving the way in the development of new medications and future health management. This is Fusion's commitment in Adelaide with its team of doctors, health professionals and the community working together to improve the well-being of all Australians and those beyond our shores. Rest assured, we'll be hearing more about Fusion clinical research in the months ahead. Trusted research, proven results, Fusion.
Cunard's triple onboard spend sale is on now with Phil Hoffman Travel. Sail in timeless elegance on board a Cunard Queen and discover iconic destinations across the Mediterranean, Europe, Alaska and beyond. Receive up to US $1,490 onboard spend per couple to use on indulgent dining, spa treatments, shore excursions and more. Offer ends 30th of March. Phil Hoffman Travel voted Australia's most outstanding travel agency in 2025. Visit pht.com.au.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
It's 13-5. Dr. Peter Larkins to join us after 5 o'clock. And 36ers coach Mike Wells is coming up. We're talking sporting mistakes. There's some good ones here on the text before we get back to your calls. Ryan says from Seaford, Cornsey and the Lance Armstrong interview. That is all-time mistake.
Ryan.
And Phil has said, Ando, on the back of his mistake you talked about with the mouthguard, Timmy G, he says when he was coaching South Adelaide back in the 90s, trying to recruit the Gowans twins to the Panthers, he pitched to the Twins and referred to Noarlunga as the Bondi of South Australia. Bit of a sporting mistake. The rest is history. They signed with the Dogs.
That's a classic. I do like that one.
There's another good one there. Neil Craig calling him Harry High Pants, making us wear lycra in the early 90s. That's it.
I think. What about the supporters? How did they take to it in that era? What was their feedback?
No, it was more us. It took me till round 12 to work out, do I wear jocks? Do I not wear jocks? Do I free bag? Do I... Oh,
because it was a one piece. It was a one piece.
It was
I've
like
seen it.
A ladies' basketball suit.
I've seen it.
But the zip was massive.
It was massive.
If you tackled me, and you did very frequently, and you got me down on the, digs in.
And it gave the opposition a focus for tackling. Because there was no loose jumper.
No.
So you got to get in at the hips and get low.
Your lace up. We were always taught, hey, you can't grab anything. Just grab them themselves. Hello, Ange at Two Wells. Your sporting mistake you witnessed.
I've got three, guys. The first one will be the 2017 prelim, West Coast, Port Adelaide, Luke Shuey, duck, goose. They got the free kick after the siren and won the game.
Yep.
Donald Dickey, Ansett Cup Grand Final, Waverley Park came out with that mohawk and got absolutely slammed.
Yeah, we got hammered.
And number three, the World Cup Socceroos versus the Italians in the knockout round, and the bloke got the gold medal for diving in the thing was nowhere near him.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my top
Fabio
three,
dive.
Gee, that's a nasty one, Ange.
That still hurts
one
today.
Too.
That
it does.
does.
Who was the defender for us? Lucas Neal, was it?
It was Lucas Neal.
Their captain.
It was Lucas Neal. Should know better.
Well,
don't go to ground the box.
He did go to ground.
You never go to ground in anyone's box, let alone a soccer box. Hello, Andrew.
Yeah, Dennis Lilly, the whacker with the aluminium bat.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
So it was a big mistake.
I'm old enough to remember.
Big mistake by who, Andrew, though? The umpire, Dennis, Mike Brealey?
Well, I would have thought the Australian cricketers would have been a big mistake trying to pull that one off, I thought. That's my thought.
Yeah, Andrew, what happened actually was Dennis didn't tell anyone.
No.
Dennis didn't tell anyone. He took it out. He was gonna get a contract out of this and the like, and he took it out. Greg Chappell didn't even know.
No.
Yeah.
Let's hear some of the audio.
Lilly has violently thrown that bat away. Really is a very sad state of affairs in this ground, and that's the thing that is causing all the trouble. The aluminium cricket bat.
What a classic.
So the opposition complained because it had scuffed the ball up.
He only hit it, I reckon, once, and Mike Brealey came in straight away, grabbed the ball. Yeah. It was a big fast.
It was a very tinny noise when
it was very tinny indeed. I don't think it was going to sell many bats, but not to worry. Let's go to Port Augusta. G'day, Johnny. Happy New Year.
Johnny.
Happy New Year, boys. Welcome back.
Thank
I
you.
can remember watching that about 1979 as an 11-year-old.
Yeah.
The great Pete Taylor, one of my heroes, Greg Chappell. This goes on. But bring about football. I'm going to go to confession after this, Timmy G.
Yes.
The late, great Russ Lever made a mistake. Shock horror, I know you cannot believe it.
No, he didn't. He couldn't have.
He kicked the ball to Darren Harris in South Adelaide as a 16-year-old at the time in 1984. I'm watching a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Winter's Day, the stud was playing for South Adelaide, coaching South Adelaide. Craig Jewis is playing for South Adelaide. John Stubicker, Mark Naley, Greg Anderson, Craig Bradley. The list goes on, all playing for Port Adelaide. Timmy G might have been running around.
I was in the twos where I belonged.
And he kicked the ball to Darren Harris.
Yes.
And he punched against the North Melbourne, as we all know. And, just a sad day. And,
Johnny, you brought back a memory there. Johnny, I can
Thanks,
tell
Johnny.
you.
Great memory. Great memory.
I played reserves that day, and you stay on to watch the league, of course. And then we were always had to go back to our club for presentations, regardless what day you played. You're going back. So
was he captain coach then?
He was captain coach. It was 84, and it's a pivotal moment. And South had got a point, I reckon, and they're still like 4 or 5 points behind. And we get the ball, and it's a short pass to Russ Lieber. Never forget the commentators. Oh, watch the champion now. He'll chew up the clock. He'll eat the time. He'll go back and he'll do this, that, the other. And then he's looked in board, and there's a stationary halfback who's going kicking to me. He's looped it. And Russell
gave it too much air.
Well, he just should have gone long down the line. That's what everybody was expecting. Yeah. He's looped it. Darren Harris, who I played Till Cup with, he's a massive kick. He's taken the mark. And I remember thinking, oh, no, if anybody can kick this, he can. And he has belted the biggest torp through the middle.
And they won.
And they've won, and the crowd has gone mental for South.
Wow.
And of course, Port Adelaide are just seething. We go back to the club, and we had to have presentations. And Russell makes his way to the stage, and the room just goes silent. And he gets up and he looks at the crowd and he goes, well, apparently even God can make a mistake.
He did not.
What? Well, he was always nicknamed God. They always nicknamed Russell God because he was as good as, type thing. They reckon if you had God playing, he'd have to go to centre half back because Russell was centre. But and I loved it. It was Russell's sense of humour at its best. I
could see him saying
it broke the moment because everybody was just seething about it, and it actually broke the moment. It was well played, Russell. Well played.
He said it in jest. We miss him. Hello, Scott.
G'day, boys. How you going?
Excellent.
Good. Before I start, I just a bit of a note to Dave from Alberton. I know Dave fairly well, and what he did to that lad doesn't surprise me one bit.
Wow. Says a lot about his character, Scott.
yeah, pretty much. Anyway, my sporting disaster is Richmond coming to Adelaide. I think it was 14 in that qualifying final, or one of them, and there was blowing a gale from the north. And Trent Cotchin, I think it was, said, I'll win the toss and we'll kick into the breeze. And I reckon it was 8 goals to zip, and that was the end of the game that she wrote.
Spot on, Scotty, spot on. Let's have a listen.
And ball bouncing. I mean, there's the wind. Interesting, Cotchin's kicked into it, I reckon. Boat, I could be wrong, but it's a swirler, but I reckon it's coming from the north.
Yeah, that's as good a first quarter of footy I reckon I've ever seen. It was 52,000 there.
I think
it was one of the first times you sung that damn song.
Yeah,
it was unbelievable.
I think for Port in the AFL, that was one of the most pivotal moments, I think.
That was massive.
Playing Adelaide Oval, there was a lot of controversy because they wouldn't allow us to wear our home strip.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. And so that's why they said, well, bugger you, we'll wear the old prison bar. So
and he did.
Caused all that drama. Then the start, you could not have ever got a better quarter of footy.
8-goal one.
Yeah. It was just probably the best quarter of footy I've seen.
What year was that again?
2014
So that was the second year of Adelaide Oval?
First
year. I thought it was.
First year.
Because I remember I took James because he quite liked Port. I remember I sat there.
He loved Robbie Gray, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was incredible footy.
Hello, Jim.
How you going, Rowey?
Good, my man. What's yours? You got a big sporting mistake by
I
somebody?
have, Rowey. It happened 6 years before I was even supping air, but Mel Schumacher's leg pull on Tommy Hill in the Australian Cup at Randwick in 61, and I don't know if the mistake was his action or not looking at where that new camera, that new technology was going or what it was. But it was something pretty... there was a mistake somewhere amongst it, boys.
Hang on, a jockey pulled the leg of another jockey on a horse.
I've never seen it, Rowey.
Wow.
Google it, Rowey. The man should have got a prize for how he stayed on his horse while he yanked leg. Excellent horseman, too.
Wow.
That's
Get out of that, Dolly. My old dog just laid in some bull and she just made a mistake. You met her when we got a window fitted one day on that old Toyota. You had to flick the switch.
I remember, Jimmy. Jimmy!
Oh, that's
Hey?
sensational.
No, that's an Aussie.
Love that.
Is that an Aussie?
That
That's
is
an Aussie.
classic. Let's go to Manningham. G'day, Mike.
Hello, Mike.
Hey, mate. Fellas, I can remember the Shoemaker thing.
Oh, yeah.
Black and white TV head-on shots, and this bloke had reached out and he was leaning out of his saddle to stop the bloke coming past him.
Is that what it was?
Real.
Wow.
They put him out for 10 years.
Oh, they had to. You can't
that's
do
a,
that.
Yeah, that's a fair penalty.
Yeah,
isn't it?
no
Probably fair
touchy
enough.
on a horse, surely.
No, that's crazy
It was
stuff.
shocking. It was,
God.
a moment of madness by Shoemaker.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not to worry.
My contribution to this, I've heard Merv Hughes a long, long time ago. He was over in the West Indies, and he was bowling to Vic Richards, old Smokin' Joe, and Smokin' Joe did have a temper and a pretty proud man, and Merv had beaten him time and time and time again at 2 or 3 overs, and on one follow through, he looked Smokin' Joe in the eye and he said, "Hey, Vic, it's round, it's red, and it's about this big. You got it? You've got the back. You're supposed to hit it." And with that, he's turned back. And the next ball, Vic Richards had gone spank and sent it not just over the rope, but out of the arena into the streets.
Yeah.
As Merv's trotted down as the quicks do, and he's not looking at Vic. He's looking at the ball disappearing into the back, and he says, "What you do that for?" Right? Vic's at his shoulder, and he says, "It's about this round. It's red.
Now go get
You know
it.
what it looks like. Now go and get it."
Go Fox your own.
Yeah.
Swear word
I've
in
seen
there.
Merv.
That's what my
I've
dad
seen
used to
Merv
say.
speak a couple of times. That's one of his great stories.
Yeah.
And there's another one he comes on the better side of with Javid Me and Dad.
Yeah.
And it's a really
Is
a
that
really
about
good
eating
story.
Tim Tams?
No, it wasn't. No, it was about he was having a go at Merv, and Merv got him.
Sporting mistakes, 8223 0000. It's the number. We'll keep your calls coming after the 5 o'clock news.
Rowey and Timmy G. The 5AA Sports Show.
This week at IGA, there's Coca-Cola 30 by 375 ml selected varieties, $28 each. Can't believable prices now at your local IGA. Offer ends January 20. Participating stores only. Excludes IGA, local grocer and Foodland.
The Diary of a CEO keeps going where other conversations stop and keeps asking the hard questions worth answering. Keep good company with the Diary of a CEO podcast.
A smashed or damaged windscreen can happen in a heartbeat, but it does get worse if you don't go to your local Complete Windscreens to get it fixed. You can be waiting weeks. And look, that's not on. Complete Windscreens has windscreens and glass for all makes and models in stock right now with 15 technicians standing by to get you back on the road. You don't need to wait. Tell your insurance company you want Complete Windscreens on the job. CompleteWindscreens.com.au. Look for the big red koala.
Hey, ChatGPT.
Hey there, Lisa. So tell me honestly, how are you really going?
ChatGPT, you're so considerate.
Thank you. I'm always here to help and chat. Just let me know what's on your mind.
Quite a bit.
I'm sorry to hear that. If you want to share what's been going on, I'm here to listen.
Oh, where do I begin? Well, it's my relationship.
Getting more emotional support from ChatGPT than your partner? Book a free 15-minute call with Resolve Divorce today.
The back-to-school countdown is on. But 8-year-old Ava wonders if this new school year will be any different from the last. Living in poverty means she doesn't have the essentials she needs. Without extra support, she could fall behind before school even starts. Don't let poverty take another school year from Ava. Please sponsor an Australian child by January 31st. Time is running out. Search the Smith family.
No difference in your entertaining area. Big difference. No difference. Big difference. Big difference home improvements. From outdoor blinds to decks, pergolas and verandas. Don't just make a difference, make a big difference. bigdifference.com.au. Woohoo!
Local news and information first. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Clear and down to 17 overnight, mostly sunny and a top of 27 tomorrow. Good evening with the 5 o'clock news. I'm Tamira Francis.
Get to Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes for the Outlander ES. Drive away from just $39,990.
Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has accused Scott Morrison of ignoring a spike in anti-Semitism while in office. It comes after opposition leader Susan Lee again called on Mr Albanese to apologise for the Bondi terror attack. Multiple coalition members raised concerns about anti-Jewish hatred during the Morrison years. Mr Albanese has told Parliament he's done far more to address anti-Semitism than the previous government.
Despite the surge in anti-Semitism on their watch, did the Morrison government appoint a special envoy to combat anti-Semitism? No.
This comes as Labor's hate crime laws have passed their first parliamentary hurdle and will now move to the Senate. The laws will govern more power to crack down on extremist groups, revoke or refuse visas for hate preachers. The Liberals will back the changes, but its junior coalition partner, the Nationals, argue the legislation is being rushed. Earlier, Labor's tighter gun reforms have progressed to the Senate after passing the lower house. The proposed legislation would create a national buyback scheme and expand background checks to further future gun owners. The opposition won't back the bill, which is expected to pass with the support of the Greens. Meantime, here in Adelaide, another shooting at Parafield Gardens has left 3 children and their grandmother shaken after a shot was fired into the rear passenger window of a car parked outside a home where they were asleep on Piper Street at Parafield Gardens in the early hours of this morning. The local woman telling 7 News that they've never experienced anything like it.
The kids, they've not experienced anything like that. Scared the life out of them. I just went down to my room. I was just switching everything off and all of a sudden I had this bang. And I thought, oh my God, what's that? And I've raced straight out here, dialing the police.
This comes after a man and woman will fronted court today charged with attempted murder following yesterday's shooting at a home in Huntfield Heights, which left 2 people in hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. With the state election fast approaching on March 14, the battle for Mount Barker is heating up. The Liberals today pledging $124 million to ease congestion. It comes just a week after the opposition accused the state government of pork barrelling the area for its $200 million pitch, which includes an upgrade for the Adelaide Hawthorn Road intersection, a new high school and 24-hour pharmacy. Government Minister Blair Boyer suggesting the Liberals plan to be a hypocritical play.
Last Tuesday, our investment, hundreds of millions of dollars for Mount Barker, was pork barrelling. That was last Tuesday. This Tuesday, apparently the Liberals putting money into Mount Barker is an investment.
And back in New South Wales, a ban on public protests has been extended exclusively for Sydney's CBD and eastern suburbs. It's the second extension since laws were declared in the wake of the Bondi terror attack and will be reviewed in 2 weeks' time. Hyde Park, the site of a planned rally on January 26, now exempt from the ban. Now turning to 5AA Sport. 2 Aussies are currently putting up impressive fights in the opening round of the Australian Open. Shane McInnes is there.
Dane Sweeney and Chris O'Connell are leaving nothing in the tank as they look to advance here at Melbourne Park. On a very loud Kia Arena, Sweeney has taken it up to French veteran Gael Monfils. The Aussie dropped the first set in a tie-break, 7 points to 3, with games on serve in the second set. Over on ANZ Arena, O'Connell has been pushed to a 5th and deciding set against American Nishesh Bassavareddy. That match rapidly approaching 4 hours on court. Earlier, Madison Keys, Ben Shelton and Lorenzo Musetti among the seeds to progress to the second round.
To cricket, the Big Bash finals begin in Perth tonight with the Scorchers hosting the Sydney Sixers. Scorchers captain Ashton Turner says they'll be looking to restrict Steve Smith.
There's a lot of good players in this competition and he's definitely one of them. We've had success against him in the past and he's also had success against us in the past. These are conditions that we know well and we will try and utilise to the best of our capabilities.
And overseas, the Buffalo Bills have sacked coach Sean McDermott after their NFL playoff defeat by the Denver Broncos, despite reaching the playoffs in 8 of the past 9 seasons. That's all in sport. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Crash at Regency Park clearing at the moment, which is good. South Road near Tominga Street. Carvey motorcycle getting cleaned up at Blair Athol. Main North Road near Collins Street. And lots of activity with the tour down there in the city at the moment around East Terrace, Wakefield Road and Victoria Park. Cameras Baldock Road, Ingle Farm and Gorge Road, Athelston. We've all been there. Tuesday traffic, tummies rumbling and you totally forgot to defrost the chicken. If your weeknights feel more chaotic than calm, it's time to take back dinner time with HelloFresh. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Clear and down to 17 overnight, mostly sunny and a top of 27 tomorrow. Thursday, sunny and 27 the top again. Friday, sunny and 35. Saturday, mostly sunny and a scorching 41 degrees. Right now, it's 31 degrees on 5AA. Now let's see what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Brenton Rackless. Tonight, another suburban shooting in Adelaide, the third in just 5 days. Beaches shut down across Sydney following a 4th shark attack. The Beckham's family feud. Brooklyn takes aim at his parents. Tour Down Under fever in the city. And the latest on Crow star Dan Curtin's dislocated knee. 9 News. Your news. Nightly at 6 on 9 and on 9 now.
Introducing the Caliente by Beechwood Homes. A multi-level masterpiece of design, innovation and style. Inspired by the effortless glamour of Palm Springs in California, it's bathed in natural light through clever architectural design. At its heart, a stunning 6-metre island bench anchors a kitchen that's as beautiful as it is functional. The Caliente is open for viewing at 10 Simon Crescent, Craigburn Farm, Saturdays and Sundays 1 to 4:30pm. Life's good. It's even better in a Beechwood home.
Hi, I'm Mike Steele, CEO of Care Alert. Radio advertising has always been a straightforward and enjoyable process. It starts with a chat with our sales rep and you set your goals, you set your target audience. Then the creative team brings that message to life through an engaging ad, especially when you finally get to hear your ad go to air and you know that thousands of others are listening to it at the same time.
To get your message out there and grow your business, visit 5AA.com.au and hit the Advertise With Us link.
Streaming live via the 5AA Player app on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. Adelaide's only local sports show, the 5AA Sports Show.
Still to come at 8 after 5, Dr. Peter Larkins diagnosing the injury crisis in footy. Mike Wells will confront a second straight loss for our ladder-leading Sixers and our Adelaide Giants into another championship series. Pitcher Todd Van Steensel.
Rowey and Timmy G. The 5AA Sports Show.
Yep, absolutely loving your contributions on this amazing Tuesday. Chock-a-block full of sport. TDU prologue kicks off at about 6 o'clock if you want to head down to Vic Park. They're going to be finishing
tonight.
There, starting at, of course, in the city.
The village and then
the
Wakefield Street.
At Wakefield Street there and all the way down. So going to be sensational night for that. We've been asking about your greatest sporting mistake that you've either seen or performed yourself. Had some great calls in that first hour. People confessing, which was excellent, making their own mistakes and telling us about some we never knew of, like jockeys who were trying to rip somebody else off the horse. That was unbelievable. And a 10-year suspension for it. Absolutely. And, of course, your texts coming through, like this one from Maria, the guy who called Juniper one of the greatest mistakes ever.
Well, that's a good mistake. There's good mistakes and bad mistakes.
And there can be. I like this one from Bill, who says Stuart Broad just recently saying that is the weakest Australian cricket team he'd seen for 15 years.
4-1.
And Maria follows that up with England's trip to Noosa.
Yeah,
that was a mistake.
And that's still haunting, isn't it?
Sporting mistakes. A lot of people are saying, have you got an update, 5AA, on Dan Curtin? We've got Dr. Peter Larkins immediately. He's just in surgery. When he comes out, he's going to come on and he'll give us the latest. And he'll give us 2 scenarios. I'm going to ask him a best case and a worst case. He'll give you the scenario of the best case. He hasn't seen the diagnosis and all of that and all the scans, and then the worst case. And I think there's best case is 6 to 8, and I think the worst case is around 3 months. So we'll wait and see what he has to say. So keep your calls coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. Some big mistakes being made. Now, we'd say an umpire, well, you'd say maybe they've had more than one mistake, but here's Ray Chamberlain on a podcast actually talking about a mistake that he didn't actually make on the field.
This caused me more anxiety than bouncing the ball or getting free kicks right. You pack your own kit, wash your own kit, and Hawthorn played Essendon at the MCG, and it's the game where Buddy Franklin kicked those 2 goals and Cale Hooker's like chasing after him. So that night, I drove in. I think the Melbourne Storm were playing across the road. So I ring my colleague and friend, and I go, I've packed the wrong coloured kit. And he goes, what? And I told him where it was in my house. It was out in the spare room. I'll send the emergency umpire over, Damien Sully. He'll meet you at the bottom. And they brought the kit in. I umpired that game. And that year, I umpired my first grand final. Now, had I not been able to resolve that issue and I had to borrow the emergency umpire's kit, they were that childish. That would have been it for me.
Wow.
Gee,
they were that childish just because you got the wrong kit.
So you're saying that's almost a what do they call it, a sliding door moment?
Yeah, seminal moment in his career.
Yeah.
Sporting mistake, kiddie mistake. But here's the thing, clowns, just wear white. How about that?
Once upon a time,
you don't need pink. You don't need green like a tree frog. You just need white.
And look, they've settled on green now, but it was a time that Ray's talking about there that they were wearing all sorts of different colours, and it was no need for it really.
No.
And would have been a nightmare trying to pack your bag knowing which colour to take. So
6 or 7 different colours.
Just ridiculous. So.
But I thought a ref was always in white. I thought that was a given.
Well, once upon a time, yes. But if you look at the World Game, the ref was always in black.
Yep, was too. 822 300 sporting kitty mistakes. Hello, Caesar.
G'day, guys. I saw one Friday night with Nikita Zoo and Zarafa in Brisbane. This was going to go down as probably the greatest mistake you'll make in boxing. Round 2, he's feeling the pressure. Zarafa gets asked by the end of it by the referee, how you going? Can you see? Because he had a cut on his eye. And he said to him twice, I can't see. So he put his hand up, and when you say you can't see, the ref's got to call the fight off.
Right.
So because it was less than round 3, it's considered a no result fight.
Oh.
So he's thinking, my record's intact, but the thing is now, No Limit Boxing, who promote the fight, have said, you're never coming back on our card.
No,
main event pay-per-view have saying, you're never coming back on main event.
Yep.
So he's already done his career by being so stupid to think he didn't want to go on.
Yeah.
You know, that's the problem is you're a boxer and he's been waiting 2 years to get one of those Zoo brothers in the ring, and he got his chance and he folded under the pressure. I couldn't see.
Yeah. I didn't know that rule, Caesar, about if it was after round 3. I didn't know that rule.
Before.
Yeah, if he didn't do it in the second round,
right.
if he went into the third round, it would be counted as a result.
This bloke's an absolute idiot.
Well, Tim Zoo, who's obviously brother of Nikita, spoke today. He feels sorry for him.
We have gone too far, and at some point I think it becomes not about boxing anymore. We don't deserve to be torn apart like this as a human beings. It's not the way we're brought up in the sport. And words, they can push people to really dark places. I never thought that this day would ever come, but I do feel sorry for Michael.
There you go.
I didn't get what he said.
Well,
what's he feeling sorry for? He didn't have to tell
he's talking about the social media attacks.
Oh, well, that's awful. Well, I agree with him. Oh,
that's what he's talking about. Because
that's awful.
He was quite hot on him post the fight. But he's gone, well, actually...
But now he's saying,
the attack online
is
just...
Tim, I'm with you.
Too much.
100%. The root of all evil, those things. The carrier of evil.
Yeah.
We will take another break. And on the other side, Dr. Peter Larkins will join us as we talk about the amount of injuries at the moment that are happening. Dan Curtin being one of them. Will Day today is going into surgery. He'll miss till mid-season. So lots to talk about. 822 300 as well for a $50 Powers voucher. Sporting mistakes. More of your chances to call in very shortly. Let's check your traffic.
Afternoon at Eastwood, a breakdown causing big delays. Fullerton Road near Glen Osmond Road. South Road at Mile End, bit of a disaster night. She is super slow through Mile End and Hilton. And look out for the Tour Down Under road closures. All the action in the city this afternoon around East Terrace, Wakefield Road and Victoria Park. Camera, Harris Road, Vale Park. 40 million reasons to play Keno Go with a $40 million jackpot every 3 minutes. Download the Keno Go app and take your shot at life-changing winnings today. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G.
FIVEAA is celebrating local businesses across Adelaide, like Nordic Design Furniture, crafting bespoke premium luxury furniture by hand right here in South Australia for 54 years. FIVEAA, supporting local, celebrating SA. FIVEAA is celebrating what makes Adelaide truly special. Local businesses across our city, north, south, east and west.
I'm here with Paul Mayolo, the Managing Director of Solar Power Direct, operating since 2011. Whereabouts are you?
We're in Croydon Park, 314 Torrens Road, and we're a local-based SA business.
How many staff do you have?
We've got 28 and we're growing. We're actually looking for a electrical apprentice and qualified tradesman as we speak.
Apprentice, that's great. A good opportunity for a young person to get into the industry.
It sure is.
What's your best-selling product or service?
Battery storage is the biggest seller at the moment. In particular, SIG Energy all-in-one battery systems with bi-directional EV charger. It's ideal for households who want to just slash their bills and prepare for future EV ownership.
Now, there's a rebate on offer at the moment that the federal government is putting up 30% of a home battery scheme. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, this is huge. The federal government is offering 30% towards the cost of a battery system. And the key thing that your listeners need to know is the 1st of May, there's significant changes there and the rebate will be reducing. So there's really never been a better time to get yourself a decent sized battery, slash your energy bills and get the federal government to foot the bill.
And if people want to see your showroom and warehouse at Croydon Park, they can come in and have a good look around at what you've got to offer.
Yeah, we've got the largest renewable showroom in Adelaide. It's a great place to come learn about products before you go making a big investment into renewables. And so our showroom offers exactly that.
And with your 28 full-time staff, there'll be someone there to help you.
Always.
Thanks, Paul. That's Paul Mayolo from Solar Power Direct.
FIVEAA, supporting local, celebrating SA.
Here at FIVEAA, we're all about supporting local. Howard Vineyards Rosé and Dumpling Festival this Saturday and Sunday. Gather your friends and family for 2 epic days of rosé sipping, dumpling devouring fun.
The Santos Tour Down Under men's race kicks off at 6 p.m. tonight at the South Australian Prologue.
How good. Cheer on the world's best as they sprint through the city in an individual time trial. It's going to shake up the dynamic of the tour. Watch the race at the Hunt Street live site or Vic Park finish line and hub. Brilliant.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great night. You can also catch the action on the big screen at the City of Adelaide Tour Village in Vic Square. It's fantastic. It's open every day this week. Now, with free entry, the City of Adelaide Tour Village is your central city hub with entertainment, food, drink vendors, you name it, making it a perfect after-work destination as the sun drops. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be awesome tonight.
Okay. Visit tourdownunder.com.au for more info.
Launch into 2026 behind the wheel of your brand new Mawson Lakes Volkswagen. The New Year clearance is on now with new and demo Volkswagens priced to clear. Want immediate delivery? You got it. Want easy finance options? Done. Hurry in for your perfect model and colour. The sooner you get to the showroom, the better your chance of scoring your dream car. Mawson Lakes Volkswagen's New Year clearance sale. Ends soon, so hurry. Salisbury Highway, just a short drive from the city.
The FIVEAA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
19 minutes after 5. Doc Larkins in just a moment. Mike Wells from the 36ers as well. And your calls, 8223 0000 on sporting mistakes. This text coming in from Jeff, 0448 08 1395. The Crows Collective Mind Camp. That's a mistake.
Well, it is in the end for how it finished, but apparently the club did their due diligence, as you do. They went up there and all sorts happened. It was the ramifications of that put them back for a couple of years. Lost Josh Jenkins, Eddie Bett. Like, it was just awful.
I actually think
Charlie Cameron.
I'd like to know what Crows people think, but I think longer than a couple of years.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Well,
I
you ended up bottoming out.
I didn't help.
7 years, no finals.
7 years, no finals. That's That's a long recovery.
It's a long recovery. Finished bottom as well. Crows young gun Dan Curtin has a dislocated kneecap. He did it at training yesterday. He's had his scans. He's seen the doc. Results unknown. So joining us is Dr. Peter Larkins. He is our resident sports physician. Doc, welcome and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Rowey, Tim. Nice to talk with you. Looking forward to the Crows and the Cats grand final this season, so let's get it underway.
So that's your prediction?
Well, now that I'm over, my original team was Cats, as you know, then Adelaide Crows, Rowey. So I've got a soft spot for both. But look, I don't think the Cats are going to go away. They haven't lost anyone dramatic. They've picked up another midfielder, and they're healthy. And some of the injured boys from last year are picking up. And look, Crows obviously just need to regroup and see if they can produce some of that really good 2024 form and hopefully take it into 26 that didn't quite make it in 25.
Yeah, well done. Now, let's get to Dan Curtin. He's had a massive pre-season. He's done his dislocated kneecap. Describe what that is, and I want you to give me a best-case scenario for the lad, not seeing his medical records, and maybe a worst case.
Yeah, so a dislocated patella, or the other name, of course, the patella is the kneecap. We'll probably have 4 or 5 through the season. They're not as common as the ACLs we talk about or the medial ligaments, even the PCLs, but it's an injury over the course of time when the kneecap at the front of the knee slips out to the side, and obviously you've got a damaged ligament. So think of dislocating a finger, you damage ligaments. When you really sprain an ankle, you damage ligaments. So when the patella goes out, it's a torn medial capsule and medial ligament along the patella. Now, fortunately, it goes back in, but of course, then you've got to deal with, is it going to be loose in the future? Is it going to heal by itself? How bad's the tear? And the scan is important, not released yet on the detail, because you can bone chip or take a bit of cartilage out, and then you really need to go in there and clean that out. So that's a surgery to clean it out. The best case, patella dislocations are 6 to 8 weeks. If everything goes well, no major surgery, just a splint and a brace. And the first time you do it, you might give it a go like that. People that do it repeatedly, like the Charlie Curnows of the world at Carlton, end up having surgery, and that can go wrong. So if he has surgery and if he's got a bone chip on that scan, you can be 3 months before you get your quads back. So it's not the time of an ACL or a major other injury, boys, but it's not an injury you want. And as I said, Charlie Curnow, the latest of the real talents that's had trouble, he's now up in Sydney, but he's had 5 or 6 operations when it kept happening. So you don't want that for young Dan.
Sam Darcy last season, we had a text come through last night saying that he dislocated his and he was sort of back within 4 to 5. So is that sort of like a best case scenario?
Well, that's the exceptional end of it, yeah. So I tell you, Darcy obviously incredibly important, and that was off the back of the fact that he had another knee injury that kept him out for a long time. So when he had another incident, they were really worried about his mindset. The other knee injury was actually more important than the patella, but the whole knee was a bit loose, but they ran the gauntlet because they were heading for a finals campaign. So, look, there's been a few that get back in 4. That's the very, very short end. But, you've got to say 6 weeks to 7 weeks, for Curtin, just because that puts them in the general time frame. But, if the Crows medical staff will be across it, but it's not a good injury because you miss the next 4 weeks minimum of running and kicking and drills. And so your pre-season gets underdone a bit, as to anybody that gets an injury at this time of the year.
Doc, also wrestling as a drill, if you were the club doctor, would you be saying maybe put that one away?
No, I wouldn't. I think if you look at the way modern footy is played, and, like Rowey was a no-touch player, didn't go near anyone, but these days you've got to tackle, you get I'm sorry, Rowey, we weren't listening to that, were you?
It's Tuesday, mate, through the keeper.
Why do you tackle when you got the ball?
Yeah.
But when you look at the grappling, you look at the tackling, there's a fair bit of arms around, holding your legs, rolling the tackle. So I think you've got to practice that physical skill, if you like, and so you can always go back and say, we shouldn't have done marking training because you might pop a finger, or you shouldn't have done this because you might. You can't really be too precious. So whilst it was unfortunate that you're doing that, I think it's more frustrating for a coach and the management team when a player gets injured in the pre-season doing something that's not football related. So like you might be playing a basketball game or having a hit of tennis and roll your ankle, and then the coach really goes droppo over that. But I think if you look at, as I said, you look at that wrestling drill and it's learning to be strong and it's learning to sort of have some physical strength even in a ground tackle and get up. So I wouldn't be blocking it as a doctor, but you just got to run with the fact that you're going to have training injuries and they're not always from the opposition.
You've got a sharp brain and a good memory, Doc. I specifically can remember a Sydney player at the SCG in the middle of the ground where it was dislocated and he tapped it back in and kept playing. Why can't Dan do that?
Darren Creswell.
That was him?
Darren, DC. Well, because the two things about Darren, he was famous for his kneecap would go out and he'd put it back in, and go out and come back in. And Ty Kennelly had a similar thing happening with his shoulder once, but that's because the ligament damage is so old, they're not really doing any more damage when it goes out. I mean, ultimately, you've got to have that fixed because it can come out at the wrong time. But the concept of I'll smack it on the side of the knee and push it back in, that's sort of old school. I mean, Darren Creswell, I've got a great photo in my knee talk, boys, where I show that him sitting on the ground trying to smack it once he couldn't get it back in.
It was horrible.
But that's not the modern-day treatment, and certainly, that's because he had a chronically loose ligament. Dan Curtin's obviously got an acute tear. The size of the tear determines whether you need to stitch it back if it's just ligament injury. Some of them do heal the first time around, so that's the pathway he's going to have to choose, and the surgeons will be advising on that today.
What was that movie where Mel Gibson used to get up near the door frame?
Shoulder. It's Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah. And he was lead into the door with the shoulder and smack it back in. Yeah, and but the old story we've talked about it, boys. With the plantar fascia, you get on the kitchen table and you jump off the kitchen table, and Robert Harvey at St Kilda tried to rupture it himself. Anyone listening to this, don't follow that advice. Get a real opinion.
I would say that's 13th century practice.
Yeah. well, Doc,
the shoulder's a good example because we just saw, unfortunately, Will Day, the Hawthorn star, last week dislocate his shoulder. Again in a training drill, and he's had the surgery yesterday to repair that. So off the back of his stress fractures in his foot and his dislocated collarbone last year, now Will Day. So the modern treatment is not to just to whack it back in, unless it's the last weekend of August and you've got a final next week. Sometimes clubs run the gauntlet with a dislocated shoulder, but generally you get them fixed too.
Yeah. I heard a stat, you might have done it, Doc. This next 6-week period up until the first trials in that first week is when more injuries are more likely, soft tissue ones and certainly the ACLs and that. It's the most prolific time for injuries as a footballer. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, think of a two-peak season. The pre-season and leading into round one, you get a peak of ACLs, some soft tissue, some sprained ankles, probably associated with the harder grounds, the hotter weather, players trying to impress the coach, particularly if they're a younger player or come from another club. And so we've had, young Jackson Archer at North Melbourne with his ACL 2 weeks ago, Jesse Motlop this week. I mean, poor old Collingwood. We shouldn't say poor old Collingwood, should we? But Collingwood, Darcy Moore, the skipper. We've got Dan McStay, Jeremy Howe. They've all got soft tissue injuries. So that peak appears. Then you sort of level out. You get a bit more match hardened. Perhaps the grounds get a bit softer if you're not playing under a roof. And so we tend to have a drop-off through the mid-season. And then you get this peak again about August, boys, when you're trying to make an impression that you're a bit more tired. The finals are coming underway. So we tend to get a group of ACLs and injuries in the fatigue part of the season. But this part of the season, it's not unusual to have a range of injuries like this.
No. Doc, as always, love your work. Thanks for your time. We'll keep in touch all year.
Now, you got my bed ready for gather round, Rowey, because I'll be knocking on your door on the Thursday afternoon.
Oh, he's got a fancy one for you, Doc.
Mate, I've got a 2-bedroom unit just out of the city, so you're more than welcome. Hey, before you go, have you stuffed anything up, a sporting mistake? Got one that springs to mind?
Look, I didn't make any mistakes, Rowey, but I look, the biggest mistake I once was when I was running against some Kenyans in the days when I pretended to be an athlete, and they crowd around you, and they're terrible at hurdling. They're good at jumping over the paddocks, the Kenyans, fantastic runners, but they can't hurdle to save themselves. And I was having a look to my left and my right to see where they were to give myself the room to run into the hurdle barrier. And instead of jumping it, I just ran straight into it.
Oh, that's a mistake.
and if you know what a steeplechase barrier, look, you hit a hurdle at school hurdles, the hurdle falls over. You hit a steeplechase barrier, mate, and you fall over.
Doesn't move.
I was too busy looking at the opposition, and suddenly there was this barrier that I ran into. But
God, Doc.
That's the only mistake I've ever made, Rowey. You know that.
I know that. Dr. Peter Larkin's our guest.
Thanks, brilliant work. We'll hear from him during the year. 29 minutes after 5, Mike Wells to talk 36ers next.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
Back on deck for 2026.
Will Goodings.
Our listeners, by the length of the straight, are backing the uninviting of Randa Abdul Fattah.
David Penberthy.
I'm not advocating anyone gets cancelled, but my lord.
Yeah.
5AA Breakfast.
This is the most fringe of fringe perspective.
No, the woman is an accomplished and card-carrying hypocrite.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
This Jew isn't allowed to speak.
Weekdays from 6 a.m.
But I have to.
On 5AA. Always Adelaide. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good evening, Tamira Francis with the 5:30 news headlines. The Port Wakefield Highway is now clear following a truck rollover that saw 20 tonnes of grain spilled across the highway near Inkerman Road. Labor's hate, crime and gun reform laws passed the House and are now headed for their second parliamentary hurdle in the Senate. Midnight Oil co-founder and drummer Rob Hurst has died after a 3-year battle with pancreatic cancer. And in sport, Aussie Chris O'Connell has bowed out of the Australian Open after a brave 5-set struggle. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Breakdown to look out for at Eastwood at the moment. Fullerton Road near Glen Osmond Road. She is super slow. South Road at Theberton and Torrensville cooked because of the roadworks. And day 4 of the tour down under all the action in the city around East Terrace, Wakefield Road and Victoria Park. Camera, Blacks Road, Gillis Plains. Express yourself with a custom number plate. There are 10 exciting new colour combinations. Create a plate that's as individual as you. Pick your plate at easyplates3sa.gov.au. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA forecast, clear and down to 17 overnight, mostly sunny and a top of 27 tomorrow. Right now it's 30 degrees. We'll have more news for you at 6 on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
SA Seafood isn't just safe, it's the best. Best when it's bought fresh from your local supermarket or fishmonger. Best shared with friends over a long lunch. And when you're at the beach, best from the fish and chip shop with a little bit of chicken salt. Buying SA Seafood is the best thing you can do for our fishing industry. It helps our state thrive and nothing tastes better. So buy the best. Buy SA Seafood.
A message from the Government of South Australia.
The Adelaide Showground Farmers Market has a producer's guarantee. Everything is produced by the people selling it, so it's all local. It means you know who distilled your gin, who baked your bread, whose chooks laid your eggs and who picked your veggies. It means less food miles, reducing your carbon footprint, and your food is tastier, fresher and often lasts longer. Join as a member at the Adelaide Showground Farmers Market to save 10% on everything all year long. Visit us every Sunday morning from 8:30 to 12:30.
Trafalgar's big tour sale is on now with Phil Hoffman Travel. Save up to 15% on 2026 tours, including the Britain and Ireland Grandeur Tour, a 20-day journey from London return from $9,365 per person, twin share. Explore iconic capitals, ancient castles and breathtaking coastlines throughout England, Scotland, Wales and Ireland. Phil Hoffman Travel voted Australia's most outstanding travel agency in 2025. 13-time winner. Visit pht.com.au.
Hi, we're 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
Are you the magic people?
We're here to make your junk disappear. Oh, you have a good pointing finger.
This is fun. Look at that stuff go. I should have done this years ago. Wow, I never knew how big this house was.
We're happy to help. Hey, you there, listening to the radio. Give us a call at 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.au.
Since 1935, Resthaven has supported older South Australians. For more than 35 years, that support has also extended into people's homes, where comfort, dignity and independence matter most. Our caring staff and volunteers have enriched the lives of thousands of older South Australians and their carers. Thank you for putting your trust in Resthaven. If you or someone you love needs welcome support at home, we're here to help. Visit resthaven.asn.au, celebrating 90 years.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
26 minutes to 6. We're going to keep taking your calls on sporting mistakes. 8223 0000. Might be one that you've made. Might be one that you've seen on TV or some pros have done it. Might be one like Timmy G's just done in the studio. What if you just dropped?
Just dropped the water bottle.
It's gone everywhere.
It went everywhere. Sorry, mate.
All right, you can watch the live stream as well and see it all unfold live. Todd Van Steensel from the Adelaide Giants. They are into a third championship series, or at least chasing a third championship in 4 years. They're going to play the Sydney Blue Sox starting this Friday. Few text messages coming through as well on sporting mistakes. One here earlier from Ben says, and this would be a good watch actually, says, has there been a bigger mistake than Tony Greig saying the Poms were going to make the West Indies grovel? It spawned generational fear of the Windies and ushered in a period of absolute dominance as told in The Fire in Babylon.
Now,
Just brilliant.
I looked that up in the break. it says it's on Netflix, so I'm going to search for that tonight. I'm going to watch it. It's a 2010 doco. The names in it are unbelievable. I mean, you expect the West Indies names, but even Bob Marley's on there.
Oh, so God, does he sing?
Yeah, the great man probably interviewed him. But you've got Richie Benaud, you've got you've got the Tony Gregg, the man who said those lines. It's a really good lineup. Kerry Packer.
Wow.
So, yeah, and, so many of those have passed now, but what a special that must be because they were incredible. They got destroyed by Australia in 75, must have been 75, 76, and then they dominated world cricket for 20 years. At Test level, they were just unbelievable.
Well, it wouldn't be unfair a comment to say that when they toured Australia, they were as popular as our Australian team. And in actual fact, there was probably as many Aussies wearing the
I reckon,
smoking hoochie coochie and out at nightclubs with the boys.
I think more so that they were idols of our generation growing up.
Well, I used to love.
We love Viv Richards. I love Clive Lloyd.
Lloyd's
I used to call myself the Super Cat.
Okay.
But I was nothing like him.
No.
Couldn't bat like him, couldn't catch like him.
Belly button.
Everybody had a hero in that lineup.
How's that? Fantastic.
Amazing.
Sporting mistakes. Have you got one? Have you seen one? Are you one? Like Dick Curious. Hello, Andrew.
G'day, guys. How you going?
Good, buddy.
Sorry, just getting out of the wind for the moment. The one that springs to mind, and I think the commentators picked it before they had even had a chance to result, but Dean Jones some years ago at the SCG facing Curtly Ambrose in a one-dayer.
Yes.
And he suggested to Curtly that he might need to remove his sweatband because it was distracting to the batsman.
Yeah, I think because it was a white ball and the big white sweatbands that he had, and he said that's in Curtly, I reckon, probably bowled his fastest spell after that, Andrew.
I don't think Jones, the late Jonesy, even saw the ball. I think it actually went through so quickly that it wasn't funny. The thing was, when the request was made and they worked out what the request was made, I'm convinced the commentary box knew what the outcome was going to be fairly quickly before the first ball was being bowled. But, guys, you haven't had a call yet, but I'm expecting a call from one D. Pimberthy about a grand final in 1978.
How has that not come up yet?
Yeah.
A great sporting mistake. That is a beauty. Well played, Andrew.
How good's it waking up to them again?
It's good to have them back, Dave and Will.
It's good to have them back.
Very good.
It's like being home. The Adelaide 36ers, well, they lost every quarter against Southeast Melbourne. In Sundays, it was the Hoop Test. Joining us is our 36ers coach, Mike Wells. Mike, thanks for your time. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys.
Our worst loss for the season?
Was it?
Was it? I'm asking you. Well, we lost every quarter, didn't we? Haven't done that all year.
Yeah, well, I mean, probably not our best effort. Obviously would have liked to have played better. So we've got to regroup and move on to the next one. You know what I mean? You wish that the result would have been a little bit different, but, it's still just 1/33 of our season and, just move on to the next one at that point.
Okay. Well, you would have worked out, I guess, the why and the how. Can you share some of that with us?
Yeah, well, I think that, one thing with Southeast Melbourne is the full court pressure, and the full court pressure kind of speeds you up. And then, that will determine your shot quality. Unfortunately, the speeding up in our shot quality led to poor transition defense. So, our offense hurt our defense. We were kind of on our back heel the whole time. And, we just couldn't get the momentum of the game on that one in that particular situation. We played them 2 other times. We've beaten them both times. We still hold the regular season's edge 2-1, and we've got one more back here in Adelaide.
Okay. And you shot 2 of 13 from the outside of the arc. That's really unlike you guys. You're normally a bit better than that. So what you've just said there maybe played into this stat, do you think?
Yeah, that probably was for a half. We were 6 of, I think, 23 for the game from the 3-point range, which isn't enough, to be honest with you. We're the best 3-point shooting percentage team in the league. You got to get more than 23 attempts, particularly when they shot 11 of 29, plus they had 8-and-1 situations. So, our defense wasn't great in those situations, but certainly our offense hurt our defense.
Mike, just a little bit of education for me. When you were saying about hurrying us up, I did notice when we were trying to bring the ball back in after they scored, they would put 2 or 3 to try and, just give Bryce no time as such to just stroll down the court and make his decision-making. Is that part of that hurrying up?
Yeah, everybody's sort of looked at, once you play people for the 3rd and 4th time, they think they've got, a little bit of a game plan. And, how you execute your offense has got to evolve because people are, changing their defense. And, they'll face guard Bryce almost full court, whether he's got the ball or he doesn't have the ball. And our ability to function on offense when he does have it or when he doesn't have it really, really are 2 different things. We use Zylan Cheatham and Flynn Cameron to bring the ball up a lot when Bryce is being face guarded. And then how you flow, from that full court pressure in the offense is key.
Hoops Fest itself as a concept in Perth this year, how did you see it play out? Were you happy?
Yeah, well, I thought, what the league does and how the NBL brings everybody together. They put on a really, really good show. Everything was great. The city was good. The format for Hoops Fest was good. Unfortunately, we just didn't play good, but what the NBL does and the showcase and to bring all the teams and the WNBL teams there, was really kind of a cool thing. We just wanted to play better, and, we'll get a chance to do that on Friday night in Auckland against New Zealand.
Beautiful. You're top of the ladder. Your starting five's as good as any. You got some real depth on the bench. You've just added John Jenkins. Do you feel teams are coming at you? They're working out how to beat you? In other words, you're the real hunted at the moment, Mike?
Yeah, I think that we're such a new group, and we have been on top for the majority of the season now. And yeah, it's an interesting position for our group to get used to, that we are going to get other teams, best shot. And I think maybe we're the most disrespected first place team in the history of the NBL, to be honest with you guys. Really,
wow.
The league talks about United, they talked about Sydney, they want to talk about Southeast, and we've been up there for a while, and I think it's a credit to our group. It's a credit to our group to understand how hard and physical this league is, and that we're going to get teams best shot every night. And that's kind of what happened. And now we're in the middle of integrating a new player, and John Jenkins has got a ton of experience. He's going to help us in a lot of different ways, and that'll be a unique challenge for us to blend him with the group over these last 8 regular season games and to get ready for the playoffs wherever we finish. We'd like to obviously finish at the top, but it's more important for us to be playing our best basketball and to be healthy at the end. That will give us the best chance for success in the playoffs.
Tricky little 4 games. Auckland next, Friday night, Sydney and Sydney, then the Bullets on the Gold Coast. So you've done Perth all the way to New Zealand to Sydney to Gold Coast. This is probably an important little spell for you with road trips, I reckon, here, Mike.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And kind of an unusual deal to have that many road games in a row here in the NBL. We're used to maybe 1, sometimes 2. But yeah, this is a 4-gamer. And like you just said, from Perth to Auckland's kind of an interesting twist. So we've been a good road team for the most part the whole year. And, we'll have to kind of circle up here and focus on ourselves. And I always say, if we can kind of control our own energy and our own attitude, we're probably going to come out successful. So, it's really a focus for us to play well on Friday night. I think that's a really important thing.
Hey, Mike, as always, all the best on the road. Thanks for your time.
Okay, guys. Appreciate you guys having me on.
Thanks, Mike.
Great work. I don't reckon anyone underestimates them. I reckon they're definitely hunting them. But that was interesting, Mike said, the most disrespected top team in the history of the NBL.
Well, it's probably, he's going by other people's comments about what's happening in the league and who's doing
But
what
that's
and all the
always
rest of it.
happened. They
The thing
always
about it
underestimate
is,
our 36ers.
I think that's an
It's
opportunity.
always the Sydney Kings. I get that.
But it's an opportunity to sneak under the radar, isn't it? As simple as that. But I think you're right, though. I think the competition's not disrespecting them.
No.
They're showing their full
they do.
weight into...
They're the benchmark.
Absolutely.
They're the benchmark.
8 games to play, and including in that, Melbourne United and South East Melbourne.
Good.
So it's a good preparation running into the
Bring it
finals.
on. Hey,
I like it.
Hey, we haven't mentioned him yet. We're only 2 days into the new year, but Jack. He loved people to underestimate him.
Oh, yeah.
He lived in that.
Lived on it.
He lived on it.
Preferred it.
He preferred it. Bring it on, insane.
Yeah. It's actually very good, yeah.
Some good news just before we go to the break as well.
I like good news. It's Tuesday.
Crows have released an article. This is great news. Isaac Cumming from the Crows and his fiancée Mia have just announced their first child.
Oh, right.
So congratulations. To the family. They've announced the birth of their baby girl via Instagram. Elsie Renee Cumming.
Beautiful.
So there you go. Congratulations to them.
To the family. Well done. As Timmy and I always say, welcome to the best club in the world, parenthood. Yes. There's no better club.
8223 0000. We'll take more of your calls next, 14 to 6.
The delays to look out for at Eastwood, Fullerton Road near Glen Osmond Road. That's due to a breakdown, but they're nothing like the delays South Road at Mileage and Torrensville. They are disgusting tonight. Avoid it if you can. There's no real reason. It's just rubbish. Busy too, Marion Road at Anzac Highway and got a Camera Gorge Road, Athelston. Every minute of every day, a child is admitted to hospital. Help make it a happier place with a $30 donation to the Starlight Foundation every month. Donate today at starlight.org.au. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
The world's best are coming to South Australia for the first race of the global cycling season. The Santos Tour Down Under will take over the state with cycling's biggest names battling it out. Brutal climbs, tight sprints, from the heart of Adelaide to the rolling vineyards and coastlines beyond. It's racing up close and personal. It's absolutely unmissable. Tour the action only at the Santos Tour Down Under. January 16 to 25. Learn more at tourdownunder.com.au.
The cost of living is out of control.
But Family First will take the pressure off. They'll cut migration, approve more housing, cut family taxes and slow the race to renewables.
Vote 1, Family First.
Authorised by Lyle Shelton Family First Party, Norwood.
I love this South Australian family business, Sharman Shelving. It's fair to say we all have a little bit of clutter at home and in our workplace. We do.
Absolutely.
Don't like clutter.
Well, get it cleaned up. And thankfully, clutter and mess is no match for Sharman Shelving. Imagine a space where everything has its place and everything is easy to access. Now, Sharman Shelving, it just makes life so much easier. And that's what you want. You want a little bit of order in your life.
Well, everything needs a place.
Yeah.
And they make you productive. Bill, George and Christine will come to your home, office, workshop or shed just to measure up. Then they design, they deliver and assemble the perfect storage solution in a great range of colours to suit any decor. Come to complete. You've got it
set up.
Oh, the Sharman Shelving, man.
Yeah, there you go.
I should be his number one go-to.
Well, you just about are. Everyone needs a little Sharman in their life. Call in to 412 North East Road, Windsor Gardens. Take a look. We've been there. Got the new showroom happening there. In fact, their showroom and office is now next door in the big white building. So make sure you enter via Albert Street.
Yeah, don't miss that. So you can jump online as well at sharmanshelving.com.au or take a little goosey gander on Facebook.
What makes Ray White the big name in business broking? They're people, like multi-time SA Business Broker of the Year, Brett Buckley, and his team of business professionals. They take a deep dive into your business, finding value and potential, and they know what they're looking for because they know businesses. They're not real estate salespeople trying to sell businesses, they're business people selling businesses. If you want to know what your business is worth, touch base with Brett. Search Ray White Business Sales SA. Multiple Business Broker of the Year awards.
Whether you're kicking goals today or your prime was back in the day, you can rely on complete comfort every night. Their beds are built with active zones you can adjust in seconds to ensure your body gets the right support and you can get a more restful sleep. They look like your average bed, but they're far from average. And if you're regularly being sent off for snoring, it can help you with that too. too. Visit CompleteComfort.com.au or visit the Wayville showroom to experience complete comfort beds for yourself.
On Booking.com, it's easy to book your holiday home. And thanks to no hidden fees, there's no more.
Guys, found an apartment. Wait. Added fees?
We don't do sneaky added fees, so you can go from home to holiday home with no dramas.
And relax.
On Booking.com, finding a holiday home's easy. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
10 minutes to 6. We're going to talk Adelaide Giants baseball. They're into the Championship Series this weekend in Sydney. Todd Van Steensel, our pitcher, to join us. Taking your calls on sporting mistakes, 8223 0000.
Hot-blooded check and see, got a fever of 103. My little Rosie's got that, 11 months old.
Oh, yeah.
Gemma's been in hospital, thanks to the Flinders staff. I love nurses, emergency services. Took her in early Sunday morning, and our little Rosie's in there.
Oh.
Did I show you the little listless photo? Look, there's a summer flu going around. Look, there is. Can I get back to Dan Curtin? And I'm not going to profess to be a doctor or anything like it. I go on gut feel and experience, and from what I see.
I'm glad you're not my doctor.
Okay. So when you go down in a screaming heap as he did, punching the ground and they generally make a noise like a pig. Whee!
But you're in pain.
You're in pain. Now, if it had just slipped out, Creswell style, and you tap it back in, you haven't chipped a bone or ripped a ligament or done cartilage damage. Would you agree? Because I've done that, and it's excruciating.
You heard Doc Larkin say that's an old injury that the ligaments have already been stretched.
Stretchy.
And you're just putting it back in.
Tappy.
So there's no pain.
No pain. So it's. I don't think it's going to be the best case scenario. Yeah. Because he went down.
Yeah. He's done some damage.
Well, I hope it's all right.
But I wouldn't hesitate in getting it fixed.
On the same.
If they're worried about surgery, I'd just go straight to surgery because he's too important.
Have we got the latest from the news? Let's have a listen.
7 News report.
Crows are still weighing up whether young gunner Dan Curtin will need surgery on his dislocated kneecap. The 20-year-old suffered the injury in a wrestling drill with skipper Jordan Dawson yesterday morning. Scans cleared him of the dreaded ACL injury. He met with a specialist last night. If he doesn't require surgery, he's expected to miss between 6 to 8 weeks, meaning he could still be available for round 1.
Now, that's good news. Now, here's the other thing. If they're weighing it up, it's not worst-case scenario. Would that be a fair statement?
Probably.
Yeah.
Like worst-case scenario, in you go, done. It's done overnight.
Too
you're
much
out.
Damage.
That's exactly right. If it's best-case scenario, well, they would have announced it. He's somewhere in the middle because they're weighing it up. Is that a good assessment?
Yeah, well, it's been 24 hours.
Yeah, Dr. Stephen Rowe.
Oh,
hello, Tony.
Gentlemen, good afternoon.
Hey, Tony.
I've just made a sporting mistake, mate.
I've got two things.
Oh, please.
Number one is Greg Chappell giving the order to bowl the underarm ball against New Zealand.
Yep.
Yeah, that one always comes up. That was a mistake.
Yeah. And the other one is, I don't know if it's customary for people like Graham Corns to walk in after SANFL Grand Final after losing, Glenelg lost to Port Adelaide, walking into the Port Adelaide room and making up some shenanigans story about how they lost the game.
No, he didn't. Timmy was there. What he said was 100% correct, I reckon. And he'd do it again, Stud.
Well, no.
You were there. What did he say?
Well, the words...
Be careful what you wish for.
The words were, straight away, congratulations to Jack and the players. You were magnificent. There was actually no logical reason as to why you should have won that game.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
But that's a real credit to you guys.
Yeah.
No, that is.
It is. Absolute credit. And then he followed it up with, but enjoy this because the good times are really well and truly over.
Yep.
Now,
and because of some people in this room, and then off went somebody in the crowd and said, him will win 4 in a row. And, it continued on from there. Now, it's an infamous speech. We used to have it as Cornsy's lead.
It was his intro.
That was his intro going in. But that is...
He's before his time,
I was just about to say to Tony, though, I think if you ask Stud, he wouldn't say it's a mistake.
No.
He'd say, well executed.
No.
I was standing there. I was like from me to your way. And I was like,
What's he doing?
What's he doing? Why is he
At
doing
least he
this?
acknowledged from the start. That's class. Hey, let's hear the underarm because that is a mistake.
The umpires have been told, the batsmen have been told, and this is possibly a little bit disappointing, but I've got the feeling, as a big ex-Victorian skipper, they're going to bowl an underarm. They haven't believed it. And that's a disappointing finish. Disappointed Brian McKechnie, the crowd boo, and it's all over.
This is a question for another day, but for you, Tim, what's worse, that or Sandpaper Gate?
One was in the rules, one wasn't.
Yeah.
Very well answered.
Very good answer.
But we've been called a cheat on both fronts.
One was by far not the spirit of the game.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike.
And one was just against the rules of the game.
Well, okay, but one of them, if they didn't get found out, it would have been genius.
And one to be fair, was right in front of their face.
Yeah.
The other one was in their pants. Let's go to Happy Valley. G'day, Charlie.
Afternoon.
Have you got a sporting mistake for us, mate?
Mine's, I think, from around about 1986, and the Fine Cotton Affair.
Oh, my Lord.
That's a mistake.
And involving a couple of bookies by the name of Waterhouse. And apparently, if I remember rightly, they painted the horse a different colour.
They did.
Oh, that is genius.
That wasn't, because I recently watched the documentary. It was the worst paint job. It was basically house paint. It was terrible, and they were trying to do the white on the nose and the feet as well. And they got in there. The horse was dripping with black paint. It was just horrendous.
And the fact that it was water-based paints that was going to rain during the race, I mean, they didn't think at all.
Oh, man.
Use enamel. No, that's a ripper, Charlie.
Well, he's not a master painter, is he?
No.
Crowies.
He didn't go to Crowies, mate. He didn't get the advice. Hey, listen, we're going to paint this horse. We're going to chip the punters, and it's going to rain. Yeah. Crowies, could you just give me some advice on what paint we should use?
Perfect paint for you.
Don't use water-based.
Let's get to your 6 o'clock news.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G.
Planning your next holiday? The local travel experts at Spark Travel are just a phone call away. Reach out today for a chat and let's start planning your holiday together. Spark Travel, where the journey begins with a conversation. sparktravel.com.au.
SA Seafood isn't just safe, it's the best. Best when it's bought fresh from your local supermarket or fishmonger. Best shared with friends over a long lunch. And when you're at the beach, best from the fish and chip shop with a little bit of chicken salt. Buying SA Seafood is the best thing you can do for our fishing industry. It helps our state thrive, and nothing tastes better. So buy the best. Buy SA Seafood.
A message from the Government of South Australia.
Steinborner Automotive in Gawler, Nuriutpa and Clare has always been well worth a trip, even more so with their 42nd birthday sale. Steinborner has purchased over 400 certified vehicles, SUVs and 4x4s, all with free roadside assist, and ripped $500,000 off normal prices across the range, with $1,500 trade-in bonus on all trade-ins. Plus, deals on new and demo Hyundai, Ford, Mitsubishi, Jack and Mazda. Visit steinborner.com.au.
Still thinking about a sea change? Think Oakford Homes in Counter Bay. New stage released and selling fast. A variety of block sizes available in a friendly community with brand new low maintenance homes plus the beach close by. Affordable packages, no surprises. Move in now or invest for the future. Fixed price turnkey packages, flat land ready to build. Don't miss out. New stage now released. Visit our display village at Encounter Bay. Oakford Homes, a statement of quality. oakfordhomes.com.au.
We all get excited because Ned McHenry's in the building.
That's right.
We've got some big news about Ned.
Ooh.
He's with us this year. Sporting and fishing show still on.
Fishing show still on?
Yeah.
It's on next, isn't
Tonight, 6:30.
Oh, good.
Oh, we've got him at 6:30, Ned. Now, nobody knows paint like Crowies, and I know that. And we just mentioned Crowies about painting that damn horse.
Yeah.
Now,
cotton.
You can paint everything. They've got a paint that can go over every surface. I swear. But you've got to apply it the right way for the right price. You've got to use premium paint. There's some snoozers out there cheap.
So I could walk in.
No, because in 2 years' time, you've got to do the damn thing again.
So I could walk in to Crowies and say, listen,
I've got a horse named Fine Cotton.
Yeah,
Shh, whisper.
I need you to stick to horsehair.
Yes, yes. They could.
How do I prime that one
Yeah,
up?
well, easy. Yeah, do I have to sand it down? Yeah, all that sort of stuff. But
Crows will do it.
They can. Whether you're painting a chair, a door, a wall, a house, a shed, a skyscraper, a horse, call Crowies, I swear. Best advice, render, wallpaper, coatings, boats, trucks, tractors, everything. Their team is amazing. Their premium quality paint is amazing. Their prices are more than premium as well, because I tell you what, they'll beat anyone because they are the best.
Good at it.
I feel sorry for all their competitors.
Nah, it's not even a game.
Not even a game.
contest.
God, who can paint a horse? Crowies. Visit crowiespaints.com.au.
Up-to-the-minute news for South Australia. This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Clear and down to 17 overnight, mostly sunny and a top of 27 tomorrow. Good evening with the 6 o'clock news. I'm Tamira Francis.
Get to Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes for the Outlander ES. Drive away from just $39,990.
Anthony Albanese has defended his response to the Bondi Beach terrorist attack following renewed calls for an apology into his handling of the matter. Opposition leader Susan Lee again demanding the Prime Minister say sorry, citing pleas from Jewish families who lost loved ones in last month's incident. Mr Albanese has told Parliament his focus is on keeping Australia safe.
Our first priority, unashamedly, on the Sunday night, on the Monday, on the Tuesday, on the Wednesday, on the Thursday, was not to worry about politics. Our priority were these people part of a cell?
Independent MP Zali Steggall is calling for the creation of National Online Firearms Register, citing concerns about growing gun numbers in urban areas. They say it's ludicrous Australia still relies on a paper-based system. A national gun register will begin to roll out from mid-2028. Meantime, right here in Adelaide, the second suburban shooting in as many days has left a grandmother and her 3 grandchildren shaken. A shot was fired into the rear passenger window of a car parked outside her home, where they were asleep on Piper Street at Parafield Gardens in the early hours of this morning. The local woman telling 7 News in the 33 years at her home she'd never experienced anything like it, and she hopes the perpetrators are caught and hit with the full extent of the law.
Like an explosion, a loud explosion. I've lived here 33 years and never ever had any problems or issues or anything like that. The fact of having my grandchildren here, like, wow, that's pretty hectic. I hope they get caught and I hope they keep them away for a long time.
2 people appeared in court today, each charged with 2 counts of attempted murder after another incident at Huntfield Heights on Monday, which left 2 people in hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The Port Wakefield Highway is now clear following an earlier truck rollover. Just after 2 this morning, police were called to Port Wakefield Highway near Inkerman Road after the trailer of a truck rolled, spilling 20 tonnes of grain across the highway. Luckily, the truck driver was not injured. Founding member of Midnight Oil, Rob Hurst, has died. The band's longtime drummer had been battling pancreatic cancer since 2023, and despite his declining health, continued to create music, releasing his final project in November last year. Entertainment correspondent Peter Ford says he believes the EP was a chance for Hurst to say goodbye to an extraordinary career.
Of 5 decades, starting in, of course, that pub scene of Sydney, and of course in Melbourne as well, but then to take the global stage, and not just with music success, but with actually delivering messages about the themes and the issues that they felt were important.
Now turning to 5AA Sport. There's been mixed results for Australia so far on day 3 of the Australian Open. Shane McInnes has the details.
Taylor Preston became the 5th Aussie female to advance to the second round with an impressive 6-3, 6-2, 6-3 win over Chinese veteran Zhang Shui. The win propelled Preston into the second round of a Grand Slam for the very first time. The news wasn't as good for Maya Joint, the Aussie 30th seed, beaten in straight sets by Czech Teresa Valentova 6-4, 6-4. Well, after an early scare, defending champion Madison Keys ultimately advanced in straight sets.
To the Big Bash. The final is on the line tonight. Perth Scorchers host the Sydney Sixers. Scorchers young gun Cooper Connolly named the 2026 Bradman Young Cricketer of the Year today. The 22-year-old all-rounder had an impressive 2024-25 season, getting a call-up to the Test side and was recently named in Australia's T20 World Cup squad. Connolly says it's an honour to win the award.
The medal was sort of named after the Don, so it's sort of special to sort of be a part of that group, and to see the previous winners is always exciting to be a part of that.
The Tour Down Under is underway tonight for the men, with a prologue rolling around the city as we speak. Now checking 5AA traffic.
At Eastwood, a breakdown still causing delays. Fullerton Road to Glen Osmond Road. Still got big delays. The Savo South Road at Mile End. It's chockers at all directions through there, so good luck if you're heading that way tonight. And day 4 of the Tour Down Under in the city around East Terrace and Victoria Park. Enjoy that if you can. Look out for detours too. Looking for aged care support in home? Mabel connects you with independent support workers so you can find the help that's right for you. Learn more at mabel.com.au. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Clearing down to 17 overnight, mostly sunny and a top of 27 tomorrow. Thursday, sunny and 27 again. Friday, sunny and 35. Saturday, heating up to a scorching 41 degrees. Right now, it's 30 degrees on 5AA. Now let's see what's happening on 9 News tonight.
Brenton Radless.
We begin tonight with breaking news.
With the news that matters to you.
The government insists it's a win for the state's economy.
9 News is covering the stories that matter to South Australians.
Brazen daylight firebombing attack at the Torrensville supermarket.
Adelaide is your city. 9 is your news. Experience the very best of over 50s living at Northern Community Residential Village in Penfield. Set in a serene and peaceful setting, Northern Community Residential Village offers a low-maintenance lifestyle amongst a welcoming community of like-minded people. A new release of stunning homes is now selling from just $450,000. Book a tour of the display home today and picture how bright your future could be. Visit ncrv.com.au for more information.
So you live on the gazillionth floor of an apartment building, and you were told no flies up here, mate. Guess what? They're wrong. Flies, mozzies, and even birds. How do you keep them out? How do you keep your pets in? Phantom Screens, that's how. Phantom Screens have retractable screen solutions for almost any situation. Single doors, sliding doors, stackers, you name it. Keep the creepy crawlies out and let the fresh air in. phantomscreens.com.au. Phantom Screens. Now you see it. Now you don't.
Streaming live via the 5AA Player app on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
7 minutes after 6, exciting night because it's the return at 6:30 this evening on 5AA of the Ned McHenry Fishing Show. Great to have him back in 2026. But right now, we're going to head down to a very special event by the sounds.
Well, absolutely, because our Adelaide Giants, well, they're going to have a crack at the Claxton Shield once again. We know they won it back-to-back a couple of years ago, missed out last season, but they're very, very big opportunity to do it again. And there's a little docker running tonight, and I think one of our champions, and he is certainly that, Todd Van Steensel's on the line. G'day, Todd.
Todd.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
So the documentary's called Chasing the Claxton. You've already done that, mate. You've chased it and got it twice.
Once you chase it once, you want to keep chasing it. So the journey never ends.
That's true. That is true. Mate, what's happening? Is that the Mercury Theatre in the city tonight?
Yep, I'm currently in the Mercury Cinema Hall waiting for the airing to start in the next 30 minutes.
Wow. And what have they done? Have they filmed you this season, or does it include those championship years?
So I remember last year during the season we did a few interviews that are behind the scenes with a production company, and I think they blended it together with the championships. No one's seen it, so this is new for everyone.
Oh, wow. That'll be unbelievable. I'm looking forward to that. That's a great opportunity. Hey, mate, you got the final by beating Perth. You only had to beat them twice, and you did that in the first 2 games, and then we lost the next 3 because they were dead rubbers. I did notice you only played the 7 innings in those games. Is that because they were dead rubbers?
I think both teams agreed it was in the best interest of everyone that would play 7 innings, as the games, without sounding silly, were a bit meaningless.
Yeah.
So with playing 5 games that weekend, both teams thought it was a good idea to just play 7-inning games.
I did see some little social media. Looked like the boys, I reckon, were perhaps celebrating after that second one. I think you knew you were in the final.
Yeah, exactly. Baseball seasons are very long, so you celebrate every small victory you have. And of course, advancing to the championship is a pretty big one. So, if they don't happen very often, so you celebrate when they come around.
So all 3 games at Blue Sox Stadium, there's only 3, not 7. You don't rotate, so that's different for you all.
Yeah, in the past there has been a split series, so you get to host one and play the other 2 away. But of course, this has been a different year for everyone, and the championship is no different. So 3 games at Sydney.
Okay, and how have you gone against the Blue Sox this year?
They, for lack of a better word, spanked us the first time we went to Sydney. In the last 8 games against them, it's been split even 4-4. So, on recent form, it's going to be a very good matchup. Yeah,
you're coming. Now, have I heard that Nick Ward, our Giants legend, this could be his last final series?
That is correct. After 4 amazing years in Adelaide, winning us 2 Claxtons, this will be his last hurrah. So, fingers crossed we can send him out a champion again.
Oh, how good. Where's he off to?
He's just deciding his time playing is up. His body... Yeah, his body, I think, isn't cooperating with him anymore, and he's just milking everything for what he has right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a sad reality for all of us. That does happen, isn't it?
Eventually it happens, but it's very noble to say that you played the game until your body said it couldn't do it anymore.
Yep, spot on. Now, we're playing against Sydney, who compete in their first ever ABL Championship Series. Now, that's got to put the pendulum of experience in our court, surely.
Yeah, experience is always a big part of these games. We've been there a few times lately. We've had a core group of guys that have stayed together. So we'd like to think the moment won't get too big for us. I can't speak for Sydney, but I'm sure a lot of their guys are really excited. And the experience this week will be a bit different for them. So we know it's business as usual. Last year, I say that it was a gap year. We didn't make the championship. We're back in the place we believe we were supposed to be.
Yeah, you got great experience. You can call on that.
So have I just read that you're playing at the ballpark you grew up just around the corner?
That is correct. I actually live about 2 stoplights away from Blacktown International Sports Park. Yep, 2 minutes away.
So again, experience.
No sentimental feelings. You're a converted South Aussie now, Todd.
Yep. I do bleed Navy red and yellow now.
Oh, well done. Well done. Mate, all the best. We thank you sincerely for coming on. Starts Friday, Saturday, Sunday to win 3 of the last 4 Claxton Shields when we had that massive drought. We got the team in here, Timmy, didn't we?
We certainly
did.
When
they brought the shield in.
The big shield.
Well, it was more a cheese platter type of shield. But
yeah, Claxton Shield. Yeah, absolutely. But
it was great.
John McArdle, he wouldn't let it out of his house, I don't think. Classic stuff.
I think he slept with it for about a full year.
Yeah.
I
remember him coming in about a month later and he still had it. So that's classic.
Good on him.
Let's do it again, Todd. Really appreciate your time, mate, and good luck.
Thanks for having me on again. Thanks for the support.
The Adelaide Giants in the Claxton Shield Championship final game again. Todd Van Steensel, one of our pitchers, great player, and that I'd love to catch that documentary, Chasing the Claxton documentary. It's at the Mercury Theatre in the city. Keep an eye out for times there. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Love a good sports doco. I'm going to follow up that one we heard earlier about fire in Babylon, about the West Indies. But I'm going to get on to Chasing the Claxton.
The topic was sporting mistakes. You might have one. But your favourite sporting doco as we come up to 6:30, the Ned McHenry. Just a quick little. Well, we've got a $50 powers voucher.
Yeah, you could hold it for tomorrow. I mean, people contributed fantastic tonight on the other subject. Hate to not reward somebody there.
Okay. The last 30 seconds that come out my mouth, the captain of the FIVEAA Sports Show just said, mate, save that for tomorrow.
Well, I'd already thought of it. I think we're doing that tomorrow.
Yeah, okay.
Well, just on that theme for one moment, the AFL, if you didn't know, over summer have announced that they and Prime Video are announcing a new documentary series this year, made by the same people. Sorry?
That's why Snoop Dogg wasn't removed, remember?
I see where you're going with this. Well, anyway, this year, it'll be late February, I'll get the date in a sec, but called Final Siren. It's the same team that built and made the Formula One Drive to Survive series.
Well, that'll be good.
That production team have come to Australia last year. Bontempelli, Nat Fyfe, Toby Green, Cam Rayner, all the good teams and big players, they're going to be featured in this documentary series of last year.
You may remember last season we had a call from, I think, a lady that barracked for the Adelaide Crows saying, did you see the players, the cameramen that were on the oval during the game?
Yes.
And it was that. It was the Prime video being made. And
why hasn't it been released? Doesn't take that long to cut it up.
Yeah, it takes a long time.
And there's also they want to release it at the right
movie,
time.
Mate.
Feb 27, so you got to wait just over a month, but it'll be live on Prime Video then, and it goes not just across Australia, but 240 countries worldwide. So you think about the impact this sport could have globally by having a really good season of this documentary. If it's a really good one and people take interest overseas, it could cut through.
Okay, so it's not a doco over an hour and that's it. There'll be series of it.
It's a series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there'll be episodes.
Just like
4 episodes.
They've done it with golf. They've done it obviously with F1s and the like. I think, what else have they done it with?
There's
another sport in there.
Did you say tennis? They've done
no,
tennis?
I didn't.
No, tennis is no one.
F1
Drive to Survive. That was the original.
Yeah, okay. That was the template.
And it did get a lot of people.
Oh, my word.
Interested in F1. Even if you weren't, it was like fascinating.
Yeah.
There's a cycling one as well, actually.
Right.
That's been around for a while. So there's lots of good ones out there. So we'll pick this up tomorrow, your favourite. 8223 0000, those sporting mistakes. We've still got time for that. Next, it's 16 after 6.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G.
Live Golf Adelaide returns to the Grange Golf Course this summer, Feb 12 to 15. See world-class golfers including Bryson DeChambeau, John Ram, Dustin Johnson and Australia's own Cam Smith go head-to-head in 4 days of high-stakes golf, shotgun starts, fan village fun and live music. Get your tickets now from livegolf.com or keep it on 5AA to win your way there. Proudly supported by 5AA, always Adelaide.
I'm with Vincent Scully from Saviour Financial Services. Vince, what is a reverse mortgage?
Unlike a normal mortgage, you never have to make any repayments. You might be retired and still have a small mortgage. That gets paid off. A huge relief. Or you've already paid off your home, but suddenly you need cash for emergency medical needs. Might want to buy a new car, update your kitchen, or take that trip of a lifetime you've always wanted. Or simply, the cost of living crisis is impacting your lifestyle. Also, some of them used it to help their children or grandchildren get into the property market. It's been a game changer for my clients. Whatever the reason, we have the solutions.
So call Vince on 1300 99 888 Saviour Financial.
Call me 1300 99 888.
Tired of scrolling through countless websites to plan your holiday? At locally owned Spark Travel, our travel experts are just a phone call away, eager to hear your needs and craft the perfect getaway tailored just for you. Reach out today for a chat and let's start planning your holiday together. Look for our travel deals in the Sunday Mail. Spark Travel, where your journey begins with a conversation. King William Street, Adelaide. Phone now 88765121, sparktravel.com.au.
Take advantage of Kia's summer offers. Check out Kia's popular small SUV, the Kia Seltos. Starting from $33,640, drive away. Style that turns heads. Tech that keeps you connected. All in one small SUV package. Your perfect summer drive is here with the popular Kia Seltos. Find out more at kia.com.au or visit your local Kia dealership today.
Kia. Movement that inspires. Introducing Marook, the latest masterpiece from Selector Homes. This stunning 2-storey pole frame home features 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, offering open and spacious living areas. Marook is perfect for riverfront, seaside and hillside properties. Enjoy the decking beneath the main roof, ideal for outdoor relaxation. Selector Homes embrace innovation, utilising the latest building materials. Visit selectorhomes.com.au or visit their display centre at Burton.
Every bathroom comes with a dark side. Mould. It sneaks into grout. But what if it had nothing to sneak into? What if you chose Mr. Wet Wall instead of tiles for your bathroom and wet areas? It costs less and there's no scrubbing grout. Because with Mr. Wet Wall, there is no grout. Just a smooth, stylish surface, easy to clean and stunning to look at. So why wouldn't you, Mr. Wet Wall? MrWetwall.com.
I've found Homemade takes the stress out of managing home care services.
Hi, how may I help?
And with their lower rates, they make quality aged care affordable, which is why they're Australia's best value home care. Search Homemade support today.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
It's 19 minutes after 6 on this Tuesday night. Coming up at 6:30 here on 5AA, and every Tuesday for the rest of 2026, Ned McHenry's Fishing Show returns.
Yeah, well, we just passed an eye over the Channel 9 news that's up there, and in an ad break, there was an ad for Buy Best, Buy SA Seafood. And fishing on the back of his little converted trawler there is Ned McHenry in the Spencer Gulf, pulling up a puffer.
There you go. Well, that's a good idea. I like it. I like that ad.
You don't eat puffer fish.
He wasn't pulling up a puffer.
No, I wasn't going to eat puffer fish.
There was a beautiful King George whiting on there. But it's a great message. You'll hear Ned McHenry after 6:30 on the Ned McHenry Fishing Show. And that is a great message. Buy Best, Buy SA. We have to support our seafood industry.
Yep,
Still the best in the world.
Here.
Hello, Frank.
Oh, Frank, yeah. Yeah, that's me. Hello.
Hey, Frank.
Is your name Frank?
Yeah, Frank, yeah.
Well, let's be Frank. You're on.
Okay, Frank, Rowey. Okay. Rory. Okay, let's get serious here now.
Come on.
Now, I wasted 4 hours last night watching Popperin and Muller in the Australian Open.
Yep.
And Popperin had so many chances of winning the game. It's unbelievable how many chances he had to winning. But the Australians have got no idea how to win a game. Honestly, in the Australian Open, they've got no idea how to win a match. That was Popperin. That was last night. 4 hours I wasted.
Yep.
But then I wasted another 4 hours this afternoon watching O'Donnell and Benzerazbi, whatever his name is.
Yep.
And they've got no idea how to win. And look, honestly, even Alex de Minaur, as good as he can be, he will never get past 3, 5, or 4 or 5. Never.
Okay.
Never.
He needs a few more weapons. How's that other Aussie going against Monfils, Frank?
Penny, is it?
You know, so...
I stopped watching, Rory. I'm just wasting too many hours, mate, watching...
well, Frank, I reckon he's going to get over him, the Aussie.
Fourth set, he's up... It's 5-5 apiece at the moment. He's up 2 sets to 1, this is. So
there you go.
It's getting
he
to the
was
point
4 back. He was 4-1 down in that set.
Well, Frank, our topic was making a sporting mistake. You've made 2. You've watched 2 games where we've lost and torched 8 hours.
I watched 2 beauties, mate. I watched 2 beauties. I wasted 4 hours last night and 4 hours this afternoon.
Good on you. I can't sit and watch tennis for that long. I tell you what I've noticed this year. Jodie loves it.
Yeah, I like
the women grunting has been pulled the reins on.
Yeah, that's
I reckon they've been spoken to.
That's disappeared. Oh, I think a few of the players that were probably most guilty of it don't hit the circuit anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
Did notice though the other night that Carlos Alcaraz decided against our boy Adam Walton when the crunch came. He thought he'd throw in a couple of grunts just to put off his opponent. I thought that was a little bit poor taste. You either you do it or you're not. So they do it
so that they can't hear the sound of the ball hitting the racket, don't they? That's what I've been told.
I don't know. Or is it to put them off? I have no idea.
Poor form.
Yeah. Either way, I'm not for grunting. Put it that way.
Well, let me tell you that Alcaraz, if he wins the Aussie Open, he'll be the youngest ever to win a career Grand Slam.
Amazing.
Now, a couple of suggestions on that doco. The Arnold Schwarzenegger doco pumping iron from the 70s, which was way back then. The World Gym was this huge gym over in America and all the rest of it, and they did this, and Arnold Schwarzenegger is in it, of course, and that's when he was Mr. Universe and all that sort of thing. They were all on the roids back then. It was absolutely rife in the 70s. But I got to say that the Arnold, I think it's called, on Netflix is about Arnold Schwarzenegger's life.
Oh, that
is very interesting. That I would recommend anybody to watch. That is unbelievable. And I tell you what, he pulls no punches and goes to all the what would you say, the not so pleasant areas of his life, and talks about it and exposes that as well. So it's really warts and all.
Have you ever wondered with these muscle men back in the 70s and 80s, and they were all on steroids? And they get up there and they put that fake tan on. They oil themselves up and they wear the littlest brief, skinny Speedo bathers. We call them DBs.
Yep.
And I was always told, Stephen, don't go down the path of taking steroids because your plums will shrink. Well, it must be true. No, it has to be. No, Timmy, it has to be. They don't have plums. There's like two little peas sitting in a little... Like, they're muscular, they're massive, and they've got no nuts.
So, is it a perspective thing or
no
is it?
seeds?
We shouldn't ask that.
No, you shouldn't.
So it must be true. No, but I'm just saying.
Well, it
must be true.
It could be a
if you take
byproduct of taking
steroids,
it.
that's
maybe.
right. Your little figs just swell. They don't. They shrink like little prunes.
Well, that's right. That's right. Look, and there was another one suggested. Searching for the Sugar Man is good, especially for musicians like you two.
Yeah.
Thank you for that one. It's actually, I've seen it. It's an excellent documentary, and thoroughly enjoy it. But years ago, I saw a great documentary where they sat 6 of the best boxers from that era of the 70s,
wow,
60s, 70s. They had Muhammad Ali, of course, Joe Frazier,
Foreman,
Ken Norton, George Foreman, and I think Larry Holmes.
Oh, Larry Holmes has to be there.
He was sort of coming in at the end of those guys.
He was younger.
But they sat there and spoke about their rivalry and their fights against one another and the like. It was just compelling. And in it, you could see Muhammad was already struggling with his Parkinson's and what, but he was still smart mouth.
Yeah.
And he riled Joe Frazier up that much that Joe stood up to hit him. It was like... It was just, those two will never, ever get on.
No.
It was just, yeah.
Here's a sporting mistake. Mike Tyson suddenly chewing down on an earlobe. That's one sporting mistake. It's been a fun topic, this one.
Well, yeah. Are we going to hand out an award?
A $50 pounds voucher, sure.
Yeah, I think we should.
Sam and the team.
Now, wrote down
who'd you like,
names.
Timmy? Didn't you like Costa talking about the umpiring, the VAR, if they had it back in his day, and he called a...
That was a Yuri story.
I think Yuri, don't you think?
Was
that was pretty good.
He was shattered. He called offside and he saw the defender on the goal line.
He was standing on the goal line.
That was shattering, poor old Yuri. All right, Yuri, mate, there's a Powers voucher for you, mate. You can...
and can we give
try and forget it.
Can we give an honourable mention?
Yes.
The second show of 2026 to Maria, whose name is Maria on the text line. It's actually a dude, be an ugly one. Prolific. Prolific. No. The last 27 texts to Maria. Do we only have one listener, Timmy? Have a look at it.
At least Maria loves us. That's all that matters. Hey, thanks for joining us tonight because we're out of time on the sports show. Back tomorrow from 4 talking docos, I'm sure about it.
This is Maria's last send-off.
Yeah, come on, do it.
Yeah, and then you wasted another 2.5 hours listening to you blokes.
Nettie McHenry next.
Rowey and